somewhere in Reno, you mothers. It's the Video Game Outsiders podcast. And now here's one of your hosts, Michelle.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 845 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle.
And
I'm
of course,
exhausted already. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Sorry,
I'm John.
Sorry.
And Matt's here. Matt's back.
It's back.
Now, Matt,
after Michelle for some reason.
Now, what did you do last week? Because you had a big thing going on, which is why you were
talk
gone.
About it? It was kind of...
on the Broadway thing, or what do you want to talk about? The Broadway thing or the Dune premiere?
The underground kind of sex club that you were at, or I don't know if we want to get into that one.
It's not so much underground anymore after last weekend. It's
Matt,
big
first
news.
of all, do you know how to improv? You need to say yes and, okay?
I was giving you options. Yeah, the sex club.
Yes and.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, John, I remember that.
Yes and.
Yes, and I had a big week, John. Yes,
Okay.
and do you remember what I did last weekend?
You had a big week because you played Final Fantasy Rebirth, and you're going to give us a review tonight. Of course.
I did that for sure. That's something I really did. And I played a lot of another game too. And I played a demo that I really like. So I'm going to talk about that.
Some good gaming coming up as well. So, John.
Yeah.
We're live.
Yes, Michelle. What?
We're live. Did you know that? Because sometimes I don't even know if you know other people are listening or may download the show later, but we are live on videogameoutsiders.com. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. Of course, if you miss it, you can listen on our app or anywhere podcasts are. It's a good place because we do free shows during the week. We also do premium shows during the week if you support us for $1.99, and you get the whole back catalog. Now, John, if they want to do that, how do they do it? Walk us through.
That's right. Okay. Write this down. I'll wait for you guys to pull over your car.
I will write this down.
I didn't mean it like that.
Okay. All right. Just go ahead. Pull over. I'm waiting.
Step one.
Okay. All right. Go to our website, videogameoutsiders.com. There is a red premium button on the site. Okay. You can use a browser, Firefox, Edge, Opera, if you're still using...
Web crawler?
What's that?
Can I use web crawler?
Why do you want
Netscape
to make
Navigator.
this as painful? Like this should be painless. Like we want to just say, "Hey guys, you can support us if you want. We're ad free. Support us."
Now listen, if you're
and
using
you make it
Netscape
slow
Navigator,
and painful, where people are going to slam it off,
if
skip
you
it.
use Netscape Navigator,
This guy's really annoying.
It might not work with the Java on our site.
Right, the Java. Videogameoutsiders.com. Hit that red button. You can support us
That's
for
right.
only $1.99 a month.
Premium.
We are supported by you guys. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So anyway, if you go premium at videogameoutsiders.com,
I already said it.
for $1.99, you unlock our entire back catalog of almost 20 years. Okay.
Yep.
And when we started, Netscape Navigator was still a thing.
That's true. Probably. Yeah.
But anyway, go there. You can unlock the entire back catalog. And then also, you get all the bonus extra content we do every single fucking goddamn week. We do PC Outsiders, Netflix Outsiders, Micro VGO, John Show. No, there's lots of stuff there.
It's also free. There's also free shows from the community and from the Game Store guy.
We should do a PC Outsiders this week.
We'll do a PC Outsiders. We just did one last week.
Okay, we'll do it again.
So, yeah, but also, John, we have 4 voicemail tonight.
Okay, great. If you guys want to send voicemails, pick up a phone and dial 520-FEEL-VGO. 520-FEEL-VGO. Can be question, comment, whatever. Just pick up the phone and dial 520-FEEL-VGO. Tiger?
VGO. Nobody asked, but fuck it. Top 3 VGO apps.
All right.
Number 1, Craigslist comes to town. The age goes up. Number 2, Matt debuts his new microphone. I think it was called Broadcasting Live from the Toilet Bowl. Something like that. Great episode. And number 3, Matt gets busted reviewing a game he didn't play.
Oh, no, my God.
I mean, Matt has
brought us some
good classic.
I did play the game.
What game was that?
It was Beneath the Steel Sky, the remake, and I'd played it the week before, and I just decided to talk about it the following week.
I think the game was Chime Sharp because I still don't believe you ever talked about that game on the show.
Okay, listen, you're not involved.
So.
Okay, and by the way, if you guys are not aware, Matt was a writer on the Junior Guinness book or something. Gamers Edition.
Gamers Edition. The adult Guinness Book
it was
World Records.
Guinness Junior. He was the game guy or
Junior.
something.
Yeah.
And you said your game of the year was Chime Sharp, and you never ever talked about it on this show.
He was just saying it for
fucking
indie cred.
goddamn
That's all.
time.
We want a little
No,
indie cred.
I wish one of you archivists would go back. I will give a prize money, $50
All right.
prize money for someone who finds
It's not
someone's
me
gonna
talking
AI
about
it.
Chime Sharp.
Somebody's going to AI it. They're going to make it up.
That's true. You got my voice now. It's not going to
Yeah.
be believable even when it comes up.
But no, there's some
Actually,
good
I should
old
do that.
moments back in the day. And if you want to listen to all of those, of course, you can get that back catalog with your subscription as well over on videogameoutsiders.com, because a lot of the old shows were crazy. I mean, I think we're a little calmer now, maybe, because some of the old ones are a lot of screaming matches, but it could happen again at any time.
Lots
right.
of
Any
screaming
show could
matches.
bring it
About
out
a
of
decade
us.
of screaming.
It'll happen again. Don't
all right,
worry.
so in September 5th, 2018, you can go listen to episode 576, which is called Chime Sharp Shill. That's the episode
All right,
title.
yeah, that's when we started yelling at about it. But the caller was talking about that other game. We had a theme, and Matt said he played that week, but he didn't play that week. But he still had played. It was fun. It was a good time.
I never lived that down. Years
No.
later. That's 8 years ago.
Yeah,
6 years
that
ago.
with you to your grave. The time you
that's
said
gonna be
you
a
played a game
eulogy.
on the wrong week. Yeah.
All right. We got
I
a lot
regret
of
nothing.
ground to cover tonight.
Yeah.
We really do. There's a lot to talk about. Stuff's happening out there.
Big news. Sweet baby
Crazy
ink has been
stuff.
detected. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're gonna
gonna dig into
dissect.
that.
We're gonna
So-
unpack the sweet baby thing. I think.
Of course.
I'm
All
sorry,
right, well,
what? The sweet,
don't worry
sweet
about it.
baby?
Matt, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
just you
don't
can
worry.
just.
We'll talk about it
I'll
later. We'll
yes
talk about
and
it in
you
the
when it
news.
comes up.
Yeah, we'll talk
yeah.
about it in the news. So,
All right.
all right.
Anyway, Michelle, what did you play this week?
All right, so quickly, I played more Last Epoch. I want to just bring it up again because we are giving away a copy in our Discord at videogameoutsiders.com. Check those pins. You can enter, and we'll pick the winner in a couple days or a week or something like that. So it's the ARPG I talked about last week, $35. All future expansions are going to be free. No seasonal content that they're going to charge you for or anything. So it's a pretty solid ARPG. I'm still enjoying myself. Look, it's not PoE for me, but it doesn't have to be. It's just a fun, old school kind of feeling ARPG I'm really like, my build is starting to come together right now. It's like, I'm dumping mana with my lightning balls, and I'm just mana striking and getting the mana back. And then I'm dumping mana again with lightning strike. And it's just, I have the flow of the build now. I have all of my spells. I have my flame dash thing. Like, all of my spells are finally on my bar, my final build. And, so I've been doing some Last Epoch, and I will probably play some more this week as well. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it like for too long, but I think that it's a fun game to even play through, even if you don't get super
Now,
deep
what would
into the
make
end
you
game.
stop playing?
Well, we have Dragon's
PoE?
Dogma coming out
right.
in 2 weeks. And then after that, the PoE season is the 29th, I believe. So
Okay.
yeah, I just happen to like PoE better because it's just like the builds are crazy. So every time I play, like, my build is completely different. It's just still newer to me than if I played this game. I don't know. I feel like you could play this game a lot and you'd probably eventually kind of get it after a couple of years. Like, PoE people can play for 15 years and they still don't know what's going on. So that's what I kind of like about it. It keeps it fresh for me, but I don't want to have to keep comparing the games. I just think that, like, what we're hearing is from our listeners that were kind of new to the genre, played Diablo 4. They're like, hey, I kind of like Last Epoch. It's more complicated, but in a way I can manage and it's not overwhelming them. So I think Last Epoch is that kind of sweet spot, like we said. And like I said, if you're curious about it, win that copy. You can enter completely for free in our Discord. If you support us on Twitch or, on our app or anything like that, you can get extra entries. So we do kind of let you enter a bunch of times, but do know that you don't have to do that at all just to enter for free, and anybody can win. Okay, so I actually picked up a cozy game this week, which I know isn't really like me, okay, but for some reason it was calling my name. It's called Minami Lane, Minami. It was made by a husband and a wife team. It was $4. You run a street, basically, and so you're putting down houses and parks and, it's kind of limited, different shops and things like
Like
that.
a Sim City type thing?
A little bit. No, I mean, it's mostly just like basically the thing is like you run a street. Whatever happens on the street, however the street looks, whatever, like you're running the street, right? That I'm like, okay, so the street just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's like little objectives, like win this in 12 days or less, or hey, there's too many old people on this street. Get some young people in here. You can do different things as you're playing, like pet cats, of course. They have to throw that in every fucking weird, cozy game. There's always a cat. Collect tanukis or pick up garbage.
Cat person.
But what I found funny
Cat
and what
people.
I was like determined to get right, okay, because there's a very elaborate ramen customization tool going on in this game because there's a ramen shop, all right, as well as a boba shop. But the ramen shop, like, I was determined to get it right because you tinker around with the recipe, and as these weirdos are walking around town, they're all saying stuff like, oh, I wish there were more eggs in the ramen, and things like that. So it's like, okay, so let me put a little more noodles. No, you guys want more of that. So once you kind of like fooling around with the recipe and the price to make people happy so you make more profit while keeping them satisfied. And so if you have enough money, then you can plop down a park. And then if you get enough money, you can put down a big, sort of housing unit. It's just so you're growing the street. It's getting bigger and bigger. $4 kept me busy for like a half hour, really, because after I started doing a couple of missions, I was like, okay, a little repetitive. There is a creative mode where you can just sort of like go in there and just have fun and build. But I feel like this has potential. Cute. I mean, it's so cheap, it's hard to knock it. But I feel like if this was a $15 game and they added more stuff, I could really recommend it and be like, hey, check it out. It's a cute street to build. But right now, it's just kind of like not enough options going on.
Are you a character running up and down the street? Or are you like a god overlord?
No, you're just an overlord god kind of character on the street.
Gotcha.
Just basically, like I said, plopping down buildings and tinkering with them. Like, I want to have this roof. I want to have this color. I want to set the price for my boba tea with that. I want to put enough sugar, or somebody else wants cream. And so you can have different.
This.
Yeah, I mean, it's just cute. Game. And it's just kind of like was relaxing to do while you're watching something or just chill, like while you're eating lunch or something. It's just for $4. I hate to say don't do it. It's just I think that a game like this has potential to actually be more of a game, more of like that Sim City, but they just need more stuff. And I think they could slowly build on it. But it was kind of cute. I just got a kick out of the ramen customization. These people just kept wanting more egg. Like, how much egg do you want in your ramen? Finally, I think I got it right. They wanted 3 egg, 2 noodle. What else was in there?
It's a lot of protein.
A lot of protein going on.
Sounds great.
These weird, it's too much.
Sounds great. I like that. Yeah.
It's a bunch
don't even blend them. Just put them in my mouth.
Raging fucktards on my street. So yeah, that was that. Now there is you brought up Sims, but there is a Sims competitor coming soon called Viva Land. And they, to celebrate this, released a free version of the build tool from the game Viva Land, which isn't out yet, but the build tool is called Viva Land Dream House, and it is the build tool from the game. And it is very, if you've played Sims, it feels a lot like Sims, except more fluid and like faster in a way, just kind of like very intuitive. It's, of course, The Sims 4 is really old at this point too, but you guys know, if you've listened for years, I will often turn on The Sims and just build houses, just hours. And I don't really like the Sims game because the Sims game is kind of shit, if I'm being honest, but the building in the Sims is kind of fun. And so that's what this mode has. It's showing off like the build tools. And so I went in there, and the cool thing about this game, and even this demo for the build tool, you can play with up to 8 other players. So all of you can get in there. Yeah, and build and decorate together. So now
can you fight over?
Well, you don't have a character walking around. You're an overlord, so I don't know how that works.
Like,
but John,
what the fuck? You
yeah,
put
we might have had fun
there?
with this on stream. But so yeah, the actual game Viva Land.
Can you undo
curious.
other players' stuff? Can
I don't know how it works with co-op
can
at
you
all.
troll and like set it on fire and stuff?
You probably can. Yeah, like there's not much going on here other than just the building, but the actual game itself is supposed to be like a Sims competitor. And I feel like we need that because you guys know, in The Sims, you can't really do much. Oh, I clicked on the weight machine. I'm lifting. Now I'm cooking. There's a fire in the kitchen and I'm a neighbor's visiting. I'm ordering pizza. Like, you're not really progressing. Even the packs I bought, like I got milked into like the Star Wars pack I bought for The Sims and all these different packs. But the objectives and the quests, like, they're not really truly there. Nothing's really happening. So I'm curious about the actual gameplay in Viva Land because Viva Land Dream House, the build tool, was good. It was impressive. I built a cool little house and there's so much to decorate with, a lot of detail. And so I did all that. But of course, you can't do anything. You can't walk around in it. You just look at it because it's just the build tool. So I will probably check out
this
Viva
is not
Land
like an acid flip, though. There's not Swedes involved, is there?
I feel like there's got to be. Maybe there's a couple of Polish people, maybe. I feel like they have to be involved at this point. But yeah.
All right, let's do a... Hang on.
No, Viva Land, when it comes out, I think you can play with up to 7-8 players total too. So that's like, imagine a co-op Sims. That's kind of curious. Like, I control my character, you control yours. I know you can kind of group now, but it's not the same in the same household. So yeah, I was impressed. Did you find out, John, if there's maybe some Eastern Europeans involved or?
They do a lot of mobile games.
Interesting. Well, you know me, I'm a sucker for building in any form and decorating in any form. So these were very cozy games, both of these that I kind of played to offset the last epoch, and then upcoming Dragon's Dogma in a couple weeks, and then Path of Exile again. So it was a good break. What?
No, there's there seems to be many developers with this name. So It's
Is it a
It's
shell,
a shell
corporation?
company. Yeah.
There's High Five Cloud Workspace for photographers. There's High Five Studio, is a
Money
mobile
laundering
development
going
studio.
on. I think we uncovered it
Yeah.
here.
There's High Five all-in-one cloud tool. There's what is going on? High Five, fastest growing marketplace to invest in loans. Like, isn't this weird?
Did you just go to their website, like vivaland.com or anything?
I just typed High Five Interactive, and there's like a gazillion companies with
That's
that
all
name.
right. Some people have been killed and have been put in walls. It's fine. There's money in the safe. Yeah, no, I like the game, but it's not the
we
game
need to do
yet.
a Swede check on this, though.
Yeah,
Sweet check.
I think
Beer.
I think we could do it later.
This looks
Maybe.
relaxing too. This Viva Land Dreamhouse looks relaxing.
I mean, it's the build tool for Viva Land, and like I said, I don't know much else about Viva Land, but this build tool got me curious. Like from what I know, it's supposed to be a competitor to Sim. So if I could actually make a character and walk around this world and have a job and do this and that, like it's supposed to be a Sim. So the build tool got
But
me
it's just
interested.
a house builder, though.
No,
Like I don't
that-
see you interacting with.
All right,
That's-
I got
did
it.
you
I
look
got
at
it.
Viva Land or Viva Land
I got it.
Dreamhouse?
I got
Viva
it.
Land
I got
Dreamhouse
it.
is
Oh,
the build tool
Viva
for
Land
Viva Land
Dreamhouse.
that's coming out.
Okay,
Yes.
they are Hungarian.
Of
I
course,
get
I
it
told
now.
you.
Oh, this does look really interesting.
Yeah,
I
so
just sit here building houses. Yeah.
exactly. So when Viva Land comes out, it's going to be
Yes.
different than just the build tool, which was the Dreamhouse thing.
Right.
you had
Obviously.
played.
Correct.
But I
And
like
we're
there's a
wondering
creative
how
way for
deep
them to
that's
give
gonna
you
be.
a preview. Yeah, but the co-op thing got me interested as well, because of course, John, we had fun with House Flipper with our own co-op mode that we created, which was very fun. So,
Yeah.
other than that, like I said, a lot of Lassie Back, looking forward to Dragon's Dogma, looking forward to a lot of stuff coming up at the end of the month. Like, it's going to be a crazy time. We have a new South Park game. We have Rise of the Ronin. We have the Peach game you're getting, John, for Nintendo. We have Alone in the Dark remake.
Yeah, when is that? That's
Like, there's
soon,
so
right?
much at the end of the month coming out that's going to be kind of crazy. We're going to have to pick and choose at what we want to kind of play and cover. So big month, I think, for March, even though like people are saying, oh, 2024 is going to be a shit gaming year. Like, I don't think so. It's already been kind of crazy. And then I have a TV show recommendation. I'm watching Shogun. I think it's pretty good. And
Yes.
are you watching
So
that?
good.
Yeah.
Definitely Game of Thrones vibe in terms of
People-
world building and
Yep.
intensity.
It's based off a book, which is loosely, from what I know, which is loosely based off of history and a famous guy and something that happened in Japan at the time. So it's kind of, loose history based, but interesting in that aspect too, where you're kind of like, oh, did this actually go on and what's happened there? So it's gritty, and I could see the Game of Thrones comparison. So it's Shogun. It's done really well. So a lot of people don't really know about it, so just wanted to mention it. And I'm just drinking
Well,
iced
that was like
tea
a
with
TV
lemon.
show, like in the 80s. Or
I think
something.
was
Huh?
it a TV show or a movie? I think they did a movie of it a long time ago. Shug and
No, it was a TV miniseries, 1980.
okay,
I don't think I've ever heard of that
so a
one.
miniseries. Right.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is a
So it's all based on a novel by
Right.
James Clavell.
Yep. And the lead guy, and it's really good. I like him. He's one of those Tom Hardy ripoffs. There's a couple of them.
Yes, Tom Hardy. That's the one I was looking for
he's
sure.
like the third tier ripoff of him. There's another guy before him. Like
He's
you'll
really
know
good in
him.
the role, though.
Yeah, but this guy's really
Right.
good in the role. He's a good actor. You buy him, like as this
No
character.
pirate.
Yep.
No, Barrett.
So I don't want to give anything away, but a man possibly dies in a strange way in the first episode, which was interesting. And yeah, I think it's shaping up to be pretty crazy, the whole series as well. So I'm drinking iced tea with a lemon. John, what did you do over there? You played some weird stuff, I think.
I dabbled.
You dabbled. Little dabbling.
Well, the Nintendo Direct, they showed some stuff,
Yeah.
and I played it.
All right.
Cool. So is it my turn now? Or?
Yeah, I think.
All right, let's talk about this game. This is a game that I'm considering buying. I played the demo of this on the Switch, and this game is made by Game Freaks, everyone. Game Freak. The developers of Pokemon. And this game is called Pocket Card Jockey.
Right on.
Right on.
Right
Now-
on. Not
now,
right
I
on.
I didn't realize that this game was on Apple Arcade, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. It was released in 2023 on Apple Arcade. I don't know if it's still there. And it came out on the Switch a couple weeks ago. And so, I don't know why I installed this, but I ended up like kind of getting into it. And I guess this game's been around for a long time in Japan, like on the 3DS and stuff. And then they did like a remake for the Switch. Now, so it's like a 3D cutesy horse racing game with these like fat little pony looking horses and stuff, but it's a solitaire card game. Okay. And
Okay.
but there's something mildly addicting about it because it's speed solitaire, right? And you're trying to do the solitaire as fast as you fucking can. And at least when the
That's
horses
a lot of pressure.
The horses are at the gate, okay? And
Yeah.
you're given all these cards, and you got to do the best solitaire thing you can in like 5 seconds, and that's going to determine how you launch out of the starting gate, right?
So it's timed solitaire, basically. There's a graphic
Yes.
visual representation
Yes.
of that time running out.
Yeah, and
I like
so
it.
and then so as you're racing, you have different rounds of solitaire, and you're basically just trying to complete the solitaire if you can, and if not, you don't get as much stamina
What
or
would they
energy.
combine this? Like
What?
horse racing and solitaire.
I don't
It's
know.
a weird thing.
But here's the thing: it actually really fucking works. So,
Yeah.
Really?
But
But it's just solitaire. Like, what's appealing about this?
It's
If you like solitaire, I guess.
No, it's a whole horse racing sim. You have stables of horses. You're raising them. You're leveling them up.
you love them. Do you feed them stuff? Do you
You
breed
get
them?
more
didn't-
time if you're faster.
There's a lot of like characters and talking. It actually reminded me at time of Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, Michelle.
the divorced
dog.
dog. Oh my
The
god.
forced dog.
I would do anything to play that game again.
Well,
Yeah,
when
you know
play
what?
it again, it's still available.
Right.
isn't it?
That game, for some reason, just defined like a whole era of VGO for you. For me, you were like obsessed with the divorced dog story.
Rusty's Real Deal Baseball was so
Maybe we should
fucking
revisit
good.
that. Yeah, we'll have to do like
I don't
an
know if I
animal
could.
themed.
I mean, I there's like 7 3DSs in this house. I don't.
Yeah.
It's on one of them.
Right.
I think they closed this. It was a digital game. That stupid game. But that was like a little like baseball sim kind of thing, and this is like a horse racing sim, but with cards.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just really works. It's $15. I'm gonna see if it's on Apple Arcade, and
It's
free
kinda
demo.
pricey for
There's
solitaire.
a demo though you can try.
well, that's what I played. That's what I played,
Yeah.
Michelle. I played the demo, and I don't know. I just for some reason enjoyed it, and the dialogue and the story they're telling is just obnoxious, and it's just these little like characters that come out and say, "Oh, you're doing well on the track. You know, you're gonna be a next superstar." You know,
Yeah.
you got
I
a lot
believe
of
in you.
you got a lot of spunk there.
You gotta sharpen those card skills, buddy.
But
Do
I
you get to
ca-
collect cards? Like, do you get to collect aces
not-
and use them in your
no.
next game or anything?
No, not that I saw any of that stuff. I mean, literally, so the race is like this. You have to do a quick solitaire in the beginning to get a really good check start off the gate. And then within the race, the horses are going around the track, and then there's like checkpoints where you're going to play solitaire again. And then other times when you're not playing solitaire, you're strategizing where you're placing the horse on the track. And so if certain areas and locations are more dangerous or harder, but have more risk versus reward. So if you put them in the hard area, you're going to get a harder game of solitaire. But if you can complete the hand, then you're going to get better
This is like
gains
a
from
porn
it.
game where you have to play Bejeweled to see a butthole. I don't understand where you're going with this game.
I
You're
didn't make the game.
They're two
Listen,
separate things. You're racing, then you play solitaire. You're racing, then you play solitaire. Then you
Yeah.
talk to two horses. Then you play solitaire.
well, I don't know if they're
Then you date a jockey.
No.
Yeah.
Michelle, you
Oh,
ride a
there's a-
horse. The horses don't talk. Let's
Did
get
I
that
say
clear.
Did I say
Oh,
they
yeah,
talk?
why are we talking
You're
about
still
this game
talking to your
then?
horse.
Next.
No,
Yeah.
no, seriously.
Next.
Michelle said
Next.
something that a lot of people
What?
misunderstand. The horses don't talk in this game.
How do
the
you
people,
know? Did you ever hear of a horse whisperer?
Maybe you're just not good enough to talk to the horse or
Right.
listen to the horse.
They
I don't
talk
know.
to me, John.
But there's strategy.
All horses talk, John.
There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff going
Just
on
have to learn
here.
how to listen.
I may buy this game. Okay, this is the type of game. If I was on a flight, like a cross country flight, a 6-hour flight, I could play this game nonstop for
If
2-3
I was
hours.
stuck somewhere with limited
Yes.
options, it's all
Right.
you, baby.
That's right. If I was like, if that was it, it's like, all right, you're just gonna just zone
Yeah,
out
you'll
and play
do.
this. You're
Right.
gonna play this fucking.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
settle for this
Yeah,
shit.
you don't have to settle anymore.
Yeah.
You got the internet, John. You have internet access. You got any
Well, I
game you
got
ever want to
Steam
play.
Decks.
That's
I
right.
don't like I really don't like joining the internet on the plane because the plane has always been like a checkout place for me, and I don't want that. I don't want the Wi-Fi. You know,
That's true. I like the being separated from humanity part of a plane.
because you don't
ride.
get that ever anymore, right? Like,
Right.
Get it anytime you want. I don't need to go on a plane to disconnect from my internet. If I want. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
it forces me to. I have a hard time disconnecting,
Yeah.
but a
Okay.
plane forces me to. That's what I'm saying.
right.
All right. No, I want to keep.
All right, and then
busy.
the other game I played that was in the Nintendo Direct is a game called Pepper Grinder. Now,
Oh my God.
what did you play this?
No, I did not play this.
I hope you
Okay,
grind
Matt.
actual pepper.
Matt, now listen, this
I
is
just-
you love
Michelle was
Devolver.
talking about eras of VGO, and there was an era where if I brought Pocket Card Jockey or whatever you're talking about now to the table,
Right.
I would be mocked relentlessly.
Matt, these
Okay,
are the big
please go on.
Nintendo games. All right, come on.
Now listen,
Please tell me about Pepper Grinder Switch.
now listen, buddy. This is a Devolver Digital game which you love.
It's on
okay?
Steam as well.
It's
It's
true.
on.
Looking
It's
at
on.
it.
True.
It's on Steam.
Oh, no, it kind of looks
Free
good.
demo.
Crap.
Okay, so this is a 2D side-scrolling platformer, and the hook of this game. So first of all, you're like some girl that crashed up on some beach somewhere, and these creatures steal your treasure.
Yeah,
And you're going
as
to get it.
creatures do.
Yeah,
Right.
but you somehow find this drill, right? And that's like the main mechanic of the game. Now, at first, when I started playing it, I'm like, oh, this is like a Steam World dig, or I'm mining for stuff, resources. No, the drill is like pretty much like a vehicle, is what it is. It's a weapon
Wow.
and a vehicle. And that's important to know going into this, because don't think you're like playing Dig Dug or Steam World Dig. Like, the drill, you pretty much ride. And so you can use it to kill enemies, but when you come across like sand or dirt or whatever, you basically burrow into it, and then you have all this momentum that's like out of fucking control, and you can't stop once you go in. And as you dig, it fills in behind you, so you're not digging permanent areas. But that's like the whole game loop of this, or the whole just gameplay style, is you're riding this drill with endless momentum and jumping from sand pile to sand pile to sand pile, and there might be a sand pile in the sky, sand pile to the right, sand pile down, and you're just trying to close the gap, and then also collecting jewels and stuff along the way. And
Okay, so question: Are there like linear levels? Is it like a hub type thing where you pick the level to go into?
there's an overworld map and then like a little shop and typical shit like that, you know. But you're doing linear levels start to finish. You need to basically get to the end, raise the flag, and then you get a score based on how many
This
collectibles you
game
got
looks
on the
annoying
level.
to control. Looks like you're
Well,
randomly
okay,
having
Michelle,
like a
please
Parkinson's attack.
Let me finish, please.
Okay, I mean you were good. I'm just
Let me
saying.
finish. You gonna let me finish? You gonna let me finish?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the game does get very creative with the drill. You know, it has other uses besides being a weapon and a vehicle. You use it to basically, turn cranks to make elevators go up, and there's like puzzles involved, and there's all these switches and doors that you have to start like timing your jumps through the sand into the air into, and all that shit. But what I don't like about the game is what Michelle just said. The endless momentum. It's like I wasn't having fun at all. And and what they want you to do is chain together these leaps from sand pile to sand pile to sand pile, and then collect all the gems in the path along the way in a very like finesse kind of way. You're using the analog stick like crazy, just doing these arcs and curves. And I just ultimately didn't like it at all. I don't like it. I finished it, and there's no way I'm buying this game.
Yeah.
So
I can
but
get that
I
just from
think-
watching it. It looks
Yeah.
annoying to control, but
It's not
Does it
like
take perfection? Is that what you're saying? Like it takes perfection to get through these levels?
Here's what I'll say about it: the controls
Watch the
are
gameplay.
decent, okay, with the analog stick, but they really want you to collect every jewel as you're leaping around. And after
Right.
like 10 minutes, I could give a fuck. I'm like, just get me to the goddamn end, and that's what I ended up how I was playing it. I was like, I don't care. I'm not collecting all this shit. Just get me to the end, advance the story, and. I don't know. I don't think it's one of the better Devolver games, but I'm sure people will jizz over it.
It's got a style. It's
Yeah.
got a hook.
It's got a style, like a Dead Cells-y kind of look, like the shading and stuff. All right,
I
now,
do want to see what it plays like. Okay. Yep.
well, there's a
There's a
demo. You
demo.
can try it.
Yeah,
you can try it.
demo.
Yeah.
All right, the next game I want to talk about, Michelle turned me on to, and it's called Balatro, Balatro. Now, I went into this not really expecting much of anything. And when I saw the size of the download file, Michelle, like 67 megabytes.
Well, it was trending on Steam, and like they're pretty good. But if people like something and it hits, it's usually decent. So I was like, "This John might be into this." What is it, John?
Okay, it's a rogue-like deck building poker game. Okay. Cool. Now, as soon as I launched this game had a very. I was kind of in awe of the style and the UI and the use of animation and sound effects and music, and it using very lo-fi kind of stuff, but in a very modern retro way. It kind of has like almost like a PS1 vibe when it launches with the background and stuff. But I was I really was truly in awe of the execution of this game because it's really fucking good. Now, if you look at the screenshots, you wouldn't think much about it, but if you see when you're playing the game, it's very fluid how everything moves, and it's almost like a casino game, like one of those poker games on steroids or something, but in a very cool, like hip, just artsy, well executed way. I can't. I'm not articulating it perfect, but I was kind of really impressed with it.
So you are playing poker against a computer, then?
No, you're playing poker. Well, okay, you're playing poker against a blind. And it's basically a goal, okay? And so each round is 3 hands, okay? 3 games. And, it starts small, medium, and large blinds. So, and each hand each round has a different goal, and the goal is incrementally higher. So the first one, you have to get at least 400 points. The second one, you have to get 800, and then the third one is 1,200, right? And you can decide if you want to skip the first one, and then you get a bonus if you do that. But the thing is about this is the whole deck building aspect of it and the rogue aspect of it, because you get all of these crazy Joker multiplier cards, and if you get some good ones, you will fucking destroy in this game. But it's not easy by any means. And to finish the game, you have to complete 8. I forgot what they call it. You have to basically complete 8 sets of 3, 8 rounds. They call it a ante. You have to complete 8 antes. But so so you get I think 7 cards dealt to you. It's not like any real poker game, but it is 5 cards that you're putting out there. So I guess it's like 7 card stud or something. You get 7 cards, but some of the buffs will give you more cards. You're drawing from a deck with a finite amount of cards, and you are arming that deck with stuff that you want to be in there. So you might have a buff that gives you a 4 times multiplier for every spade that you play. And so you have an opportunity between rounds. You might get a tarot card that adds more spades to your deck. So you're kind of like stacking the deck, like literally, to get those buffs. And if you do it right, you can really get some fucking serious like hands. Because like you'll have a hand that says like, oh, you need to get 30,000 points. Well, and you only have so many hands to get that many points. But if you've got like buffs, you could do it in the first hand, and then you get bonus points for that. So anyway, so you're playing the game, you're playing poker, it's 5 cards, and then you get all these fucking nonstop modifiers. There's tarot cards, there's special, and then the playing cards get modified. Some of them are glass. They have like a 1 in 4 chance of exploding when you play them. But if they don't, you get a bonus. Am I explaining this? Okay, but
yeah, I mean, Old School says poker matching rules sort of with TCG elements. I mean, the reviews people say it's like super addictive. If you're a gambling addict,
really
watch out.
Yeah, but
funny.
once
probably a lot of bells and whistles and dopamine hits, right? Like a lot of flashy things going off.
You're opening packs,
RNG.
But once it clicks, I got that card. Like I said, the spade thing, because I love this. The spade buff card is my favorite. And if you could stack your cards with a ton of spades, you're getting like 4x every time you fucking play a hand. And you get 4x per card, and then so you end up with like 30, 40x your total points after you play a hand. And then it's typical poker, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, flush, straight, pair, 3 of a kind. It's all the same poker stuff, but you get basically the card value. So if you play like 2 aces, you get like 20 points. But if there's spades, you get 40 plus 40, and then a multiplier of another 40 times 4 times 8, whatever. I played this game on my PC and on my Steam Deck. This game is everywhere. I think it's on Switch, PS5, Xbox. Yeah, it's everywhere. PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Nintendo Switch, and it's even on Mac OS.
This feels like a portable game to me. Like, this does feel like a playing game.
It's a good
like,
game.
I can't see myself sitting down in front of my TV and playing this. This is like
I did tonight. I did today. And
on your Steam Deck, or your like
on
you
my
sat
TV.
down at your computer?
No,
really?
I played it probably the most on my PC while watching like TV, and then I also played it on my Steam Deck on my TV upstairs.
So it's a good zone out game, basically.
It works great with controller and mouse and keyboard equally well. It's really good. It really fucking is, and I got to give them a lot of credit for just keeping it minimalist, and just the style is just good.
People love it.
It really, yeah, it's good.
Looks fun.
I don't know, how much was it? $12.
There was a demo. Looks like they got rid of it. But I think now.
Yeah, I bought it. It was $15.
15, yeah.
And I've played like almost 3 hours of it already since I bought it like Sunday.
All right, so check out Balatro.
Balatro.
Balatro. What are you drinking?
Balatro.
Hey.
All right,
Fuck are you?
I'm drinking I'm drinking a Guinness NA.
All right, we have 3 more voicemail.
Let's play a quick voicemail. Tiger, go ahead. 520 feel a VGO.
VGO, I'm a few episodes behind, so I'm not sure if you guys covered this or not, but the games on Sony, they're great games, but they're not selling to the existing PlayStation users. So they're reaching out to do things like PC to get more people involved in their games. Kind of shocking to see that the attachment rate is low for some of those games, but really shocking. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wait. What was he saying exactly there?
Well, they're saying that, Sony has doubled down again on like, hey, we're going to be releasing on PC and other platforms, including mobile or whatever. He's talking about a report that came out about the attachment rates of certain games on like PlayStation versus like PC and profits and things like that. And, even Helldivers showing you that like, 5 out of 10 Steam players were playing Helldivers, but it was only 1 out of 50 like PlayStation people and people, whatever it was, the report. I'm making up the numbers right now. Don't quote me on it. But just that more people are playing these Sony games on PC. And he's saying the attachment rate for them. And so they're kind of branching out. I think it's not shocking though, because Xbox did it. And like John has been saying, like the idea of an exclusive kind of died, and then it became a timed exclusive. And then it became, it's going to be a console exclusive. So
it's just word salad.
It's a natural kind of thing right now. Yeah. I think that Sony is seeing that they can put games on PC and it won't hurt their bottom dollar. It's actually going to bring it up as long as they keep it away from the dirty Xbox users. That's what they're trying. I think that's what they think, right? Because they don't want you to buy another console.
They don't deserve it. No, they've been hating on Sony all this time.
Sony
Why should they play our games?
Can you imagine if the Xbox Bros got like Last of Us?
No, they get mad.
I would love
People
them to
would flip out. I don't know.
Oh yeah, give them Last of Us 2. Let that whole controversy start up again. That would be great. Remember?
No.
What's that?
That came out. The Abby thing? Last of Us 2? There's people still upset about
People are upset about what she did to Joel too.
But they had sex.
Ew. I don't know. I don't think it's that shocking though, because Xbox did it, and
it's
kind of the trend.
I don't know. Xboxers, they say Sony first exclusives are suck, and they don't want them anyway. So why should we bring them to Xbox? Every time an exclusive Spider-Man 2 comes out, they always say, "Oh, it's not that good."
Well, same thing with Starfield. Why you guys want that on PlayStation? You guys said it's shit. I mean, I agree with you, but like, what do you want? You don't want it then. Like, you can't shit on the games.
Keep it.
Do you want to take it? But but
the market's gonna dictate if that all continues anyway, right? So I mean, why wouldn't Xbox put Starfield on PlayStation? It makes complete fucking sense.
And I'm going to say, in all honesty, given how popular The Last of Us is, it would make so much sense for PlayStation to be like, okay, Xbox, here it is. Here's a Last of Us 1 and 2 special version. But like that would mean more money to get more of these games made. Like I'm in favor of that. Why not? It doesn't hurt.
It's actually smart though. If you give them the old fucking game, like the first game only, right?
Yeah.
And then they release Last of Us. Give them the first 2, and then they release what are they on now? 3 or 4?
No, you can't do that. That would be like Nintendo putting Mario on Sega. But it's like you can put it on PC. No, but I'm saying,
and then you release Last of Us 3, right? Only on PlayStation, and all the people on Xbox that played 1 and 2 are going to go buy a PS5 to play.
What the hell?
Right.
Isn't that what they're kind of doing with Elder Scrolls though? Like that's only going to be on Xbox after coming to PlayStation for the longest time.
Maybe. We'll see what happens with that.
But Michelle,
in
I don't.
10 years.
That PC attachment rate thing is a little suspect to me. Because
I mean, it's not though. Sony has said it though. If you listen to the whole financial report,
we know that obviously with Held Out, but not with Spider-Man. I can't believe that.
One of the Horizon games or something too. I don't know. There's a whole thing about it. Like, end of the day, they're doing it, so get used to it. Like, but I don't think they're going to do it with Xbox. It's not coming to your Xbox console. They're just putting them on PC. Nothing new.
Right. PC sales, Spider-Man versus PS5. I don't know if we could find that, but...
Well, a lot of people bought it both. There's double dipping going on, too, which is crazy. I know multiple people,
I did it.
You.
I bought Spider-Man more than once because of that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I mean, you do it a lot, John. You buy games multiple times for different things. Just so you could experience
I bought Remastered on the PC, and I had I had it before in the PS4. All right, Matt.
Oh, big week. Big week. I played a game I was looking forward to.
Well, Matt, you've been gone for 2
time.
weeks, so you better.
He does.
The game.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Well, let's start with the big one. So, where are you guys on Final Fantasy VII? Did you play the first remake? Did you play the original game? I just need to know for a frame of reference here.
The remake I played it on my Steam Deck.
No, I watched both
finished?
of the games be played in real life or with people I knew. It was not like a Twitch streamer, but I've never really played them. No, so Matt, this one though, people are saying is a step above the last game and all this. And I trust you because you play Final Fantasy games, right? So you're the person I want the opinion from, not somebody who hates Final Fantasy games.
Religious Final Fantasy. Okay. Like I've played every Final Fantasy imaginable. So I wanted to know where you stood on the first one because the first one I loved it, but it was a very point A to point B with very little movement in between. You still could do side quests and stuff, but it was a very like a tunnel vision. This one, after a first few hours of that same kind of gameplay for a tutorial level with Sephiroth, which is it's cool in its own right. You step out and this game is like, okay, now we're giving the open world Final Fantasy and they deliver. This is like that moment in Fallout where you step outside of the shelter and the sun's bearing down on you and you're greeted to this whole world of possibilities. And that's what this is. It's a whole beautiful
Now, was the original
world.
game just like that? Or did they blow out the original world and now it's open world?
Like the original.
Can I stop you, Matt?
I'm trying to remember.
Matt,
There was an
I'm sorry.
overworld.
I have to stop you.
What?
Because I'm getting Final Fantasy confused right now. Okay, so I just played a demo on the PS5. What was that?
That was for this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. It was
Did you
Final.
play as Cloud with a big Buster Sword?
Yeah. In the beginning, there's a big monster that comes out, and you go to the town and I'm talking to all these people, and then I stop.
So that's.
What?
That's kind of the grindy beginning of this game, and it doesn't put its best foot forward because, All
right, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You did like,
was
John,
the one
you
that
played
came
on a Steam Deck,
I know.
too.
That was like an old school game that was remade. I played on the Steam Deck. It was very linear, right?
Yeah, it's still the same. It's a 3-part remake, basically. So this is the second of 3 parts of the remake of the one game from back in early 2000s. 1999. So... to your point, Michelle, this is a massive leap forward from the first game. Like the first game feels like just a little appetizer. This is like, okay, now we're into it. We've moved past Midgard. We've got the party together. We've established all the characters. Now you've got this massive, detailed world. Just so much stuff to do. So many monsters to discover, treasures, items to unlock, Chocobo races, a shit ton of mini games, a whole new like card deck game that you can get involved in, which is really engaging. I spent an hour on that alone.
I watched a little of that card game. It looked cool.
It's really cool.
Because there's a golden saucer in Final Fantasy 14. It's like the casino you can go to and people play all these little games. So it looks like this game also has kind of like that going on.
And I haven't been there, but I've seen videos and they've blown out those games too. So like I said, even the card game itself would be a great Steam game for like $5 just to play, like how involved and in depth it is. So it's this isn't a 12-hour remake experience. This is like, you're going to be in the 100+ hours getting everything done, or at least like 50 hours, just like mainlining the story. So I love it. It's kind of the same combat as the first. It's very, for me, complicated to learn this combat. It's a lot of switching between your players, building up ATB gauges, doing synergy attack. There's systems upon systems upon systems in this combat. and it can get super overwhelming, but there's a lot of tutorials and you get a lot of chances to check it out. But the world's super beautifully detailed. Like, I don't think I've played an open world game where I just feel like it was so well crafted as this in a long time. Like, you step out under the shadow of massive steel cities, or you travel down a little path and you're in this little inset fishing village in a mountain that's just like teeming with people and interesting houses. It's like every place has its own design and vision. It just feels like a lived in world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of fun. There's a couple downsides to it. There is that just grating Final Fantasy writing and voice acting at points. Yeah. Like, if you remember the first one at all, or if you just remember any Final Fantasy game, like, for some reason, all the women in this game are just idiots. Like, they're 9-year-olds. Like, why don't you go, Cloud? We should help him. And it was like, they're so
guys
dumb.
Are
they're so like
and
naive
too, right? I mean, from what I've watched, they kind of
guys
all
are just
have
soft-spoken.
Naivety.
Soft-spoken.
Yeah.
We got to do that. We got to go to the mountain.
Yeah.
That's pretty
so
good.
The guys don't seem that bright either. Let's just be real.
Hey, that's right.
we got to kill him. Let me get a big sword.
I knew him once. He was my captain. And it's just the story's like told ploddingly. And then Barrett, who's the only black guy, obviously talks like the most Mr. T impersonation you could get.
I mean, Japanese people are making it. We don't expect them to have a good idea of what society's like here.
Like this guy likes like, what the shit is going on over here? Like, every 2 seconds, this guy is swearing at you.
Like, I don't know, or 80s like action hero character, right?
He is. So these characters are not to be taken seriously. And and that's the thing. I like this world of Final Fantasy so much more than the last Final Fantasy we played, which is the super serious Games of Thrones one that took itself way too serious. This game, I feel it knows it's a little it's janky, it's a little quirky. It's got characters that are kind of like eye-rolly, but I think it goes a lot. It kind of leans into that. Some of the bandits you fight are just like stereotypical punks who like.
At the end of the day, it's not real life, right? It's a video game. It's fantasy. Yeah. It's that world. It's the Final Fantasy world. It's coming from another time too, right? Like, this is a game from another era that they've brought up.
But I mean, the last Final Fantasy 16 was also fantasy, but I just found it was kind of like a drab world
you like
that was
the
just
outlandish,
so serious.
Goofy.
I
like the Moogles. I like the magic.
Okay. Matt, I just have to ask this again.
Please.
Okay, so the game that I own and I played on my Steam Deck
Jesus Christ, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It doesn't make sense. I have Final Fantasy VII
remake of the
remake
one game
Intergrade.
Okay, that was the DLC that came out for
Remake. That's because of the Steam version.
That had
Tifa. Everything in it.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a whole Intergrade thing that came out, which added on like a whole thing for Tifa, which is one of the party members. And now this is the full sequel to the remake called Rebirth.
Okay, so Intergrade is just some little offshoot game in the
correct.
7.
But a DLC, think of it as like a little expansion of Final Fantasy Remake. So, yeah, this nails combat. Combat's so much more engaging than the last Final Fantasy 16. This is where I found that was like you just entered and spammed the exact same combos over and over again. This one really challenges you to build momentum with your players. Eventually, you can start like these massive limit break attacks. And then after that, you can start summoning huge creatures to fight for you in battle. So the longer battles drag out, the more interesting and epic they get. So you're never bored with combat. Either it goes by in 10 seconds or it's like a 5-minute long epic fight that it doesn't feel repetitive. It feels like there's always new elements or the enemies change. So a lot of care and detail has been put into this. They could have easily just hit all the beats of the first game, led you down a path like the first one, and people would have been happy. But they made this an entire, like, this isn't part 2 of 3. This feels like a full game.
Yeah.
If it stopped here, I'd feel like we got our values.
I figured. I mean, we had some people in our community saying they played the demo and they hated it and the game is trash. And I'm like, the demo probably isn't fully representative of what the game is.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that was a bad idea putting that out for the demo. In the demo, they should have put you out in that open world.
Okay.
And had you go to do it, because that is the
John,
game.
yourself included. You were like, I played the demo. I didn't care. I turned it off. It's like, well, is that the game or is that just...
Well, when I played it, it was because Helldivers came out, and I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna buy Helldivers." But but like all the dialogue in the town was driving me crazy. So I was willing.
In these games drives anyone crazy.
I was willing to stop it. Like what?
I don't know how after so many games they just I guess it's a thing. I guess it's what people like in Final Fantasy games, but it's
love
so
the dialogue that are Final Fantasy fans. Like they love it. So I think somebody must love it.
It's weird. Like,
right? There's
like
probably a lot of people
Yakuza,
that do.
the dialogue I didn't care about for some reason, and it's fucking monotonous as shit. So maybe if you really do like the characters, you relax
if
and
you want a story,
just
you
chill.
don't mind. I don't think. Does it start off in the demo with like the Sephiroth flashback?
Yeah, Nibelheim, or there was a big event in Nibelheim where him and Cloud went on a mission together,
it's just
and
a
that's
setup,
what starts
really,
a bunch of stuff.
for the
Totally.
game. Okay.
Totally. Rush past it as quick as you can, then you'll see what the game actually is, and you'll be happy that you did. There's so many games you always make the excuse for, it takes about 5 hours to get into it. That's dumb. They should find a way to just get into what the game is about really quickly, because I feel it's going to turn off a lot of people thinking that it's just this boring village mountain climbing simulator. But no, I love it. So much to do. It makes me feel like I'm in my teens again, playing Final Fantasy with my favorite characters. And I'm gonna. It'll be a month.
Now
or so
tell me, how did you
this.
acquire this? What kind of trade business was going on?
I'm kind of what's the word when you're like you're banned from a hotel? Like what's like
your
blacklisted?
You're blacklisted.
What was John Wick?
sorry.
What was he like at some point in the Continental? He was like something. Oh, there was a term for it. Person non grata, or something like that.
Persona non grata.
Persona non grata.
So last time I was at GameStop, I got in a little bit of an argument with the cashier.
Oh no!
And I don't know. I've been avoiding it for the
What
last
happened?
couple game purchases.
What was the fight about? Come on.
I was.
It was you.
No, it's
Come
okay.
on.
So I also played Helldivers too.
Yeah.
No, man, you have to tell us that.
You said that's not our policy.
No, okay. So I went. Okay, so I went in, and I had. I think I can't remember the game, but I wanted to return it for Avatar because it was within the 7 days, and I was on the Onyx, the club, and I could do that.
Yep.
And they had rows upon rows of Avatar. And I'm like, oh, I'll take Avatar. He's like, oh, we don't have any copies. I'm like, what? It's like, oh, we have to keep those displayed as whatever because the manager said so. I'm like, that's cool. How about, okay, instead of that.
And then someone came in and bought it.
No. I said, okay, instead of that, since my money would have gone directly to that, put my money directly to a gift card and I'll just take that gift card, go home and buy it digitally. And like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, I don't understand. If that game were here, you'd transfer that exact sum of money to purchase that game, but you can't direct her for that sum of money to purchase this gift card. And like, oh no, I can't. Anyway, so it went back and forth. She got really upset really quickly, and I was like, yo, calm down. I'm just a customer. And it escalated from there. So
who won? Did you get your money? Did you get to roll back in? Or
eventually she did it because she could. Okay. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't a dick, but I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure you can do this because I've seen it done in the past. She's like, no, I can't.
Oh, so you threw the other people under the bus who worked there that have helped you, Matt.
No, I did. And then she went on. Then she did the whole thing where she said, okay, let's see in the terms and conditions. She went on the website and she started reading all the fine print. I'm like, oh,
come
God.
on.
So I know. So I just walked out. And that was the last time I'd been to GameStop.
So you're all scared to go in there?
You had to find out her hours.
But does she know about your Ponzi scheme you're doing there?
Not a Ponzi. It's a legit trade-in.
Doesn't say you can only do it once. Can you trade in the same game more than once? You've got like a roll going. I thought you could only do it once and then it ended. You keep doing it. You have a loop.
No. You can do this on the Onyx, but I'm pretty sure there's notes on my account now that are kind of like,
oh no,
this guy has
there's
tried this a little too much.
Under the desk.
Oh, so that's why they have the membership card so they can put notes in there about you.
Oh
maybe.
My God. They're going to pull the card now. You're going to get that.
This girl totally put notes in me. Yeah.
What is that? That can't be true. No way.
But I would. If I were working that, I'd totally put notes like, this guy's an asshole. I normally get along really well with these people, too. Like, I'm a cool dude. I talk games.
That's because women are cunts, Matt. I hate to break it to you. Like, if you're going to try to return something, don't go to a woman. Go to a dude at the cash register because he's not going to give a shit, generally.
He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Men don't care. They don't fucking care. They just want to go home,
Well, she was having a bad day when I found her, and she was
hair?
like, I'm not going to let this.
You picked the wrong bitch. Wrong day.
It wasn't blue hair, but I could see her dyeing her hair.
Just so we're clear, you were returning the game and you just wanted
nothing wrong, but she just didn't
you
want
wanted
to do
the credit
it,
to go on a gift card.
It sounds like
That's
Yeah.
it.
He wanted
Instead
to
of my
get a
credit
game that
going
was
to a game-
there. First of all, why could you should have been able to legally get a game that was there if that's their thing, is buy a game that's here. She
Well, they
can't
had
just
no
say-
copies. They just advertised that they had it.
Yeah, I mean, GameStop's bullshit anyway, because I
Yeah.
stopped going to GameStop for day one releases because I used to walk in there and the first thing they'd say to me, "Did you pre-order it?" I used to go, "No." Yeah, we don't have it. I'm like, what do you guys do here? This game came out today,
Yeah.
right? It's
We
like,
only
well,
got 3 copies.
it's
for
like,
George
well,
and
it's
his
basically
friend.
we're not willing to take any risks.
For this
We're
reseller.
only going to bring the ones in
No,
that we
because they
know.
want they want to sell the used ones. They make more on them. That's what they want. They don't want new copies in the store.
Right. But that's when I
It's
pretty
not
much
a margin
stopped.
thing, Old Cranky. Old Cranky says different margin on used game and gift card. The same money is being transferred. I don't understand.
She was being
I bought a
difficult.
game.
It was.
She was being difficult.
Yeah. I mean, if you've done
It's
it
like if I
before,
brought-
it's-
If you bro what?
I see what he's saying. Like at the end of the day, it's so marginal, dude. You're splitting here.
Well, like a
Anyways,
used game, they might make $20 on it, and a brand new one, they might make $5. Right?
Well,
so,
you better figure this
It was a
out.
brand
You
new
better
one
go in there
anyways.
with some flowers. You better get this right because your whole gaming thing is going to be ruined. Your whole
Yeah.
like recycling thing.
I know.
So
It's
Go to
the only place I know how to
Starbucks.
get
Bring
physical
her,
games.
bring her like a coffee, like
bring her a coffee. Tell her you're sorry. You're
sugary
having a
one.
bad
Like,
day.
She probably
you
likes
know.
peppermint.
Yeah, I could. Oh, she maybe
Yeah.
likes pumpkin.
Yeah,
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice latte for sure.
Yeah, bring her that.
yeah.
I'll let you know
That
how it
sucks.
goes, guys.
All right. Well,
That could
that's all right.
backfire too. So,
Could
but I'm
backfire.
just,
Fuck
be
you,
careful.
pig.
Splashes into my face.
Starts
I
filming
don't
you
need
for
a white
Twitter.
man coming in.
This creepy white guy came in. He's looking at
Right.
my tits.
Yeah.
Right,
White Messiah complex coming in thinking just win me over with a latte.
right.
That's true.
Anyways, whatever. So I played 2 other games. I'll talk about a small game first. As I was looking for demos, because I was going to play that Pacific Drive game, I just got at it too late, and the
Yeah,
demos
they
weren't
pulled the
available
demo.
anymore.
I think. Yeah,
Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
because the game came out. Once the game
Yeah.
comes out, like they'll sometimes pull the
Oh,
demo.
that's dumb.
They should still have the demo though. I would have
That's
easily,
totally dumb.
They did it for
especially for an
Balatro.
indie game like that.
They do it for a lot of games.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So I
Hotel.
I found a new Contra game instead, a demo for a new Contra game.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Matt, if you
Yeah.
actually came on the
Galaga.
show, you'd know we talked about that last week, but go on.
Cool. Well, I'm offering my 2 cents. Having listened to the show, I thought I'd play it as well and
Okay.
bring my 2 cents. I always love my Contra. Every time there's an arcade with Contra in it, I always hunker up next to it, try to do it. I found this game just as hard as I remembered. I couldn't get past the tutorial on normal mode.
Get out of here.
And I tried 3 times.
What?
First, I think, were you playing keyboard and mouse or were you playing controller?
Oh, I played on the PS5, yeah.
I found it so hard to duck in this game. Like, I could not duck instantly, and I was just getting fried every time one of those turrets popped out.
Well,
like,
the
you have
secret,
to lie down a bunch of times.
You got to get the guided missile gun, for one. Like,
yeah.
do whatever
I had that
you
towards the end of it.
whatever you can to get that gun, because then the last boss is pretty easy.
Right. I didn't even get to the last boss.
Oh.
I was just climbing the waterfall, and I died. But
Well, you were close, because climbing the waterfall, the boss is at the top of that.
I just felt really ashamed I couldn't beat a tutorial on Contra. I was
Well,
getting
now you're a
closer,
real
though.
games journalist, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I failed at playing
It's
games.
the final step. Yeah.
There's that one last milestone. I think
Yeah.
it's cool. And this is a game that I could see myself buying in the summertime when there's absolutely nothing around. It's $5 and I just want to shoot something and get that old arcade.
It would be a great handheld game, like Steam Deck and Switch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a deck game. Faux show. Let's talk. I know you guys have been talking to death about it, probably Helldivers 2, but I think this game is special because it's got me hooked. I'm not usually into these type of games, but I've converted almost all of the Halo boys over to it now. We got our squads. At least there's 1 or 2 of us at least every night. We just hop on, do a couple missions. I don't know what the magic juice is because I can't say with honesty that like this game is doing everything new. I feel like I've done all this co-op stuff
yeah, it's not
and
doing much
Deep Rock
new.
Galactic or what's it called, or like this isn't a new game. This style isn't
Yeah.
new, but I think the encouragement for co-op and them trying to get rid of the toxicity. I know, Michelle, you love that word.
No, it's nothing to do with toxic. They nailed the atmosphere of it, I think, if anything. I think
that's my favorite
the fog
part.
and that
The
you can't
planets
really
are
see the
beautiful.
enemies. And
Yeah.
so I think the atmosphere of, am I
planets
shooting
are
my friend?
gorgeous.
Am I shooting a bug? What's happening through the fog?
It's hilarious.
That's kind of a fun thing.
Like, we're laughing through the entire time, the way we die in this thing. And also just the explosions. When you got an army of robots coming at you and you drop like an eagle strike, it feels good. Like, this is just a visceral shoot 'em up game that they just
why
get
are we even
right.
talking about this game isn't toxic, so that's why it's fun? Like, what are you talking about?
Toxic
it's
as in,
to
like, it's
play with my friends.
toxic as in, like, player versus player,
I
player versus
love- I
player,
would
or like
love
you're
that.
shitting each
I would
other
love
for
that.
resources and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I love how co-op-y it is. Like, I love
I mean, go
how
play any
much
co-op
I
shooter.
feel like
They're
I'm part
all
of a
like
team.
that. But I would have loved a PvP VE mode personally too, to queue with other people and
I'm
fight them
happy
while
with
you're doing
that.
it. But yeah, it's just a co-op shooter though. I mean, what you're describing, it's
Yeah.
not toxic because it's a co-op shooter. I mean, you could shoot your friend in the ass. It can get pretty toxic.
Yeah,
good way.
I just find the
Yeah,
community
Michelle
and the randos I've
killed me, by the way.
No, you killed all of
I'm
us.
sure
I
she
didn't
did.
kill you. I shot your foot
Yes,
on
you-
purpose.
no,
you
you
dropped
killed
a
me.
fucking
No,
bomb and killed
no,
all three
you
of us, including
okay.
yourself.
And
So
by the way,
let's go to the
Michelle,
tape,
then
go to the
we're
clip,
1-to-1 even.
twitch.tv/John
We're
Show.
1-to-1 even,
We're
though,
not
by the
1-to-1
way.
shit.
Yes,
you
we
killed
are.
everybody. You killed yourself and two other people,
okay.
you fucking shithead. Hey, Matt,
No,
let's tell me about how
no,
non-toxic
no.
this game is. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Michelle,
That's
I
great.
accidentally,
Sounds like you guys got along.
I accidentally
Yeah,
injured you.
accidentally.
Okay.
You killed the whole team.
At the
including
end, that was
yourself.
like a half hour after this incident, after
that's
you
great.
killed me
I
point
shot
blank in
you
the
on
back of the
purpose
head.
because you were annoying and you shot me. So I was like, fuck you.
I injured you, Michelle. Okay.
Yeah. And then you died.
And Matt,
you messed
you know
with
what?
me. You're
totally
come at
wrong.
me
This
one,
game,
I'm coming
and
back
there's a
too.
lot of
Double as hard.
there's a
Don't
lot
fuck
of
with me.
there's a lot of victim shaming in this game too. By the way, that Michelle
What
is.
victim shaming? I think you
Why
just
are
got
you
to find a
attacking me
more
just
or
because you
less
suck at
toxic crowd.
Helldivers?
I'm
All
not
right, Matt, so
attacking
you're playing
you.
with the Helldiver with the Helldives. They're converted. They're now PS5 fanboys, or what? Are they playing on PC?
PS5 and
Okay.
PC. But look,
Okay.
if I played with a couple of VGO people as well, they've hopped on. It's just
Yep.
a matter of like my, I don't know how to, I don't know if I want to get, yeah, I'm M. Bradford on Sony or PlayStation. That's why if you want to add me there, or I guess
come
I
to
can.
the Discord and
like,
shout out. There's people playing still, and
Yeah.
always easy to find.
Like, how
a
do
group.
do you just give your regular name? Like, short of both people being on at the same time and giving friend codes, how do I say,
Oh, you
Here's
have
how you
to
can
give
find
your home address and your phone number. Just
And
Yeah,
your
and
SIN
I
number,
want
right?
your
Yeah.
credit card
Yeah.
number, Matt. Just get me that.
no,
idea.
Michelle,
4,
come on,
9,
don't
2,
joke
6,
around. It's just phone number and
2224.
home address. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about Social Security? I'm about to open up I'm Canadian.
security
give
code
your
is
username.
215?
They're doing mailing addresses now, Matt, on these games.
Yeah. My Steam ID.
No, but seriously, like,
Or your
what can I say?
PlayStation
What can I s-
username. What's your PlayStation username?
M.
Matt,
Bradford.
what are you
at
fucking
capital
asking
M,
us how to
BRADFORD.
join someone on the
Gaming. What is
internet?
happening?
What is this? Matt, listen.
What's this
This is
console?
what
What am I
happens
doing
when
with
Sony
my life?
boobies play sad dad single player games their whole life. If I
Right,
didn't
you
play a
said
we don't
multiplayer
know how
How
to
do
game,
do
I
I
this
should
play
group.
with someone else?
I don't play multiplayer
Wait a
games.
minute, do I have to give
don't
you my
understand
dick
what I'm doing.
size? I'm 4
Do I have to
inches
send you a dick
flaccid.
pic? Is that what I gotta do?
Oh my God, Matt! You have a friends list. You have a handle.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
them on the
Okay,
friends
M.
list and
Bradford.
pull them in.
There you go.
MBRADFORD.
Don't worry about it.
Find me. Add me, because I'm
You
definitely
don't
not
want to
going to be
play
adding
with
you.
this
Just
guy
add
after
me.
what you just heard.
So is this
No, I wanna
is
play
this
with less
is this the
toxic.
first time you've ever played online with a PlayStation? Like seriously?
Multiplayer? No, I played like, what's that, Fall Guys and stuff like that. But
Oh, okay. But that's randos. That's not
yeah,
like
that's randos. I think this is the first like co-op I've played in a long time on PlayStation.
Well, look at that,
That's why it's special.
PlayStation.
It's
Yeah.
it's bringing new people into the fold. So I
That's
love it. Join me if you
Well,
want
you
to.
can
I'm,
install Discord on there, right? On the PS5. I know it's on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Can I? 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah. And there's voice chat right through there you can use, as well as grouping with people. A lot of people are still playing Helldivers in our Discord.
God,
Yeah.
are you
And,
doing a video game podcast or?
Have you met me? I
Matt is
don't know
casual
the things
guy,
I'm gaming on.
You know, he doesn't know what graphics card he has. I don't know if he had a 4K TV.
Well, you know,
I
we've had
press a button and games come on, and I play
Exactly.
those games.
we've
That's-
had a
that's
couple
my
of Call of
MO.
Duty events, and we've had people on console and PC. Everyone's on Discord.
Yep.
I play Discord when I play Halo, but
Play
I didn't know
Discord?
I launch Discord. I activate Discord and interact with it while playing
Use
Halo.
would work.
Anyway, yeah, Helldivers 2. Congratulations, Helldivers 2. And I love that there's a whole living war that's going on, and we're getting drip-fed new story beats and a new.
So Michelle and I were talking about that because I was saying people are talking about this war that's going on. They're trying to claim these territories. I don't feel that when we're playing it. Are you getting into that meta that's going on there?
I feel the pull. If I see like a little message pop up, say we're losing on such and such planet, I feel a little pull, like a little hook to be like, you know what? Let's turn the tide over here. Let's shoot some bugs, right?
I guess
it doesn't make me run home and play the game. I'm not like, oh shit, the automatons are taking over again. I got to get back.
Yeah, but if you do a group mission, I want to land there and I want to see a bunch of people. That's what I said when I talked about it. I want to see a bunch of people around me, even if they're on my side, running around killing bugs together. 50 people on the map, even if they're friendly.
That'd be a cool evolution.
You know. Yeah, I think that they'll eventually take it there. The game is not going away, but some people are getting a little bored with it, saying like missions are repetitive and needs more. So I think it's kind of like step one.
It's early though. If they can react to this and just keep it going, I feel like it's an evergreen thing. That's my gut. That's my gut.
I also feel we have to be a tiny bit patient. I don't think they were planning on being like this much of a hit. So
that's
like,
what happens
let them
when you release games on PC, baby. We like shooters.
I know, but I'm saying like they probably didn't plan to hit the ground running on extra content.
It was an obscure engine
probably
from 2018 that they had to like retrofit and scramble. So they're doing really well with what they had, and it was a surprise hit. Those are the best ones, though. When you don't expect a game to be fun and then it just hits, it's like I wasn't even looking forward to this, and it's so fun. I love games like that. And also,
there's nothing was built up ahead of time, right?
So, no hype, no expectations.
You know, like a Cyberpunk or whatever. You know, everyone's just waiting with knives out to take it down, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it would have been a different story if that were the case. Like, it would have been blown out of proportion. And I do like how not transaction-y it is. Like, you can get enough medals to unlock the premium pass.
But we were playing with Ted, who was some pay-to-win shit going on. He had the best gun in the game. Right away.
Oh, so we probably bought the season pass.
Yeah, I mean, but it was.
If you grind at it for a while, you can unlock the season pass for free, but you have to grind at it for a while.
I don't love, I don't know, power hidden behind battle passes. I like cosmetic stuff only. That's just what I'm more used to in something like an ARPG, like even Diablo 4 didn't do it, and they would have loved to. So power hidden behind it is more a Call of Duty kind of thing, John, right? The blueprints, and it's more common.
It is a definite pay to win for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like that. There's no reason.
I mean, Call of Duty basically with the blueprints gives you higher level guns sooner instead of grinding for them.
It doesn't feel as egregious.
But everybody can get the guns eventually. You know, like Ted had that little drone thing that was following him that was hyper effective.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you drinking, Matt?
Oh, you know what? I found this Coca-Cola spiced zero sugar.
Oh, I saw
delicious.
That. Really?
It's really good. Yeah, it's kind of.
I couldn't do
like
it.
Dr. Peppery. It's kind of like almost Dr. Peppery, but still maintains the Coke.
It's not like cinnamon, though, is it?
Bitter. One sec.
Is there cinnamon? I don't know if I'd like that.
I feel like I want to say a tiny bit of cherry, cinnamon.
Ooh, cherry.
And root beer.
Root beer. It's like a root beery cola, maybe.
Yeah, like a sweet
infused with warm spices like cinnamon, nutmeg.
Now you go there, you bring
vanilla.
This woman at GameStop a nice cold can. You tell her you're sorry
of Spice Zero.
Oh,
yes.
Do I say like, sorry, it got a little spicy last time?
Yeah,
but
be like,
here
have
I
a
brought
Coke
you a
and a
drink.
smile, bitch. Just come on, don't ruin my system. Give her a signed headshot. Tell her you know who I am.
Come in with like a boombox
Guinness
with like an 80s love song.
There you go. A signed Guinness book. Tell her
with
you're
a stereo over my head
on the internet.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Take me back.
All right, John. We have 2 more.
Yeah,
you should
definitely bring in that Guinness Junior book and just show her.
Be like,
Guinness
and I wrote for Games Radar.
Records, John, get it right.
All right, let's play voicemail.
Readers
520 Feel VGO. Tiger.
Yeah, hi, this is Johnny Blaze. I left a review for you, Michelle. I need to stop talking about that IBM computer PC. I can't afford that stuff. I got that there in dang old Atari 2600. I need you to talk about that. And I play that old combat game, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is a funny reply to the people who get mad when we talk about PC stuff. Look, like we can't always talk. I mean, it's just the way it goes. It's what we're doing.
IBM PC.
Times change.
IBM
We'll bring up the
compatible.
Atari
What you
again.
boy?
Don't worry.
386.
I liked Pitfall in
IBM
Montezuma's
compatible.
Revenge. Don't worry.
What you boys
I
doing
hear
over
you.
there with the IBM compatible?
Careful,
I
we got
can't
mad.
do
No,
that.
wait, we had a guy mad doing the Southern accent.
I
John.
don't care. I got
He
a Vic
said
20.
that we shouldn't
I got
do
a
it.
Commodore
He said
Vic 20.
that do not make fun of white
listen
Southerners,
here,
he told
I
us. He
can't
got
be
mad.
playing no IBM
John,
compatible.
we
with
pissed off the South. Be
with
careful
the
now.
floppy drives. And your
He told me that he had family members with masters in the
South.
email. So I'm not being completely serious.
Your fancy dot matrix printer.
I know. I don't want to be called a Yankee again.
Your
All right.
automatic printing machines.
So, all right, let's
We're
talk about.
just doing like a Christopher Guest kind of thing.
Yeah,
here.
we
That's
make
all-
fun of
that's all.
everybody from every place, all over
right.
the globe, including Matt.
Buford.
Fuck Canadians.
Nah,
Right?
Buford.
They
Yeah,
don't know what
do
they're
it.
doing. These Canadians eating
I don't
snow.
know what, I don't know what
maple
console I'm
syrup
playing on
flavored
half
snow.
the time. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. All right, well,
dumb.
let's,
Yeah, CC Games. Yes, Matt is on a list.
yeah, he's on a list. His picture's under a desk somewhere. Some woman shut him down, and he couldn't. He didn't know what to do. He turned around. He walked out. He has to apologize. It's the only way forward now, I think, or get
I've
her
already
fired.
apologized once to these people, like 2 years ago, for another
Oh, my
argument.
God.
So I just
Oh,
feel
no.
like there's
Well,
just.
you're a
I just
fighter.
Why do
feel
you
like
go
there's
to
a
this
book
fucking-
Why
against
do you
me.
fight so much with people?
But why do you? Okay, so you. I mean, God, dude.
Because
I haven't
GameStop has a thing
I
where
don't
they
go to
don't
GameStop
do that
anymore
extra
ever.
thing.
Like, except for
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're gonna have to go to another town. I think we're gonna have to.
Who's
go
going to
you gotta go
GameStop as
another
much
town.
as you?
I think another town is.
It's the whole trading thing. That's the.
See, Hulk Matt is the real Matt. I agree. Like, you're the nice
Yeah.
guy on the show, Matt, but you're probably like the biggest asshole. John and I are all polite
I'm
in
not.
public, and you're just like Hulk Matt, bitch. I'm returning it.
It just comes out-
read the rules.
It comes out at the
Yeah.
weirdest times.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
Now here, take my Coke Zero with nutmeg
Sign my balls,
and
bitch.
let's
I'm
hold some
Matt
bomb,
Bradford.
bitch.
Yeah.
All right, let's
right.
get to some news. All right,
Let's get
Michelle,
some
what's going on? What are we?
Well, let's talk about the Sweet Baby thing, because John, we've been talking about
Let's
stuff like
fill
this for
in.
a while.
Okay,
Talking about.
we got to
Yeah.
fill everyone in on this
We
because
got to fill everybody in for a while.
I have
so,
to fully admit
yeah,
I was not aware of this company.
I was.
Well, I wasn't.
A lot of people
But
have been talking about them for a while. Shout out Heels
Well,
vs. Babyface. And a lot of YouTubers.
Well, now that it's out,
yeah.
a
Now it's
lot
more
makes sen-
mainstream.
A lot. I'm just saying, a lot makes sense about
Yeah.
because we've talked a lot about this topic.
Yes.
I know I have the
Oh my
last
God, what are we talking
the
about?
last
I'm so-
10 years.
So-
now,
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they're like,
Yes.
you remember Anita Sarkeesian? Like, so apparently in 2019,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
tweet that's going to get deleted. She tweeted CD Projekt Red and she said, basically, I'm available for consulting because it sounds like you're going to need it before a whole internet drags you down because it sounds like you guys are sexist. So basically, she used to try to bully people to hire her to consult for their game so they could make their game, less sexist or whatever. Basically, CD Projekt Red
Well,
seems to
more
have told her to
inclusive,
fuck off.
whatever.
More inclusive,
Right.
whatever, less sexist, whatever. So there's Sweet Baby Inc. came along, sort of the next iteration of that sort of in public sort of said what they did, which was intimidate,
Well-
threaten, and bully people.
well,
to
let's back up a little bit because
consult for their companies.
what
So-
what
Okay.
started all of this was a Steam curated.
Well, it didn't
list.
start it, but it's got some
Well, that's
attention. So it's called
kinda
Sweet
what's-
Baby Inc. Detected on Steam. There's a group
Yes.
and a curator. So you can join the group and you can follow the curator. So if you want to find it easy, you can follow me on Steam, Coastal Michelle, and you can join off my groups because I'm in it. And it's going to tell you if that game, that company was involved with the creation of a game. And shocker, you're going to find a lot of these games suck. Just,
Right. Okay. So
side
what's
note.
what's I don't feel like we're explaining
So-
this properly. Okay. So this Sweet Baby company basically, this is what came out. Okay. And
Okay.
and the owner, CEO, whatever, whoever she is, basically they have bullied these large studios into
Yes.
hiring them to analyze and write their story. Okay. This is where I take offense to this, by the way. Okay. Like they're saying, oh, we don't make the games. We just help with the
They're telling
storyline and
lead
the
writers
characters.
that no, we're going to be the writers.
Yes.
We're going to
And this
consult.
is-
We're going to tell you if it's okay and
so-
safe and acceptable to us.
This is
Is
right,
your game
yeah.
racist? And by the way, they're racist. She's tweeting, paying
I know,
you to
but
shoot
let's-
down your white
let's not
male
go there
lead
just yet.
games.
Yeah, I know, but
They
like,
tweeted abort all Jewish babies. People in this company.
okay, we're just kind of
Yeah.
going right to the end.
Well,
Okay, so
go to the end. That's some of the story. These people are like the mob.
No,
they're
there is a
extorting
story.
people, but they're
No,
actually scum.
because
End of
this-
story.
the conversation that I believe needs to be had right now is that this is a trend that we've identified over the past 10 years. We've been doing this show for almost 20 years, okay, if you're not aware of that, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I've always said this, and I've always believed it, that, art is art. If I have a vision, that's the vision, and that's how I think games should be made, not by committee. I'm really against that, okay? I go watch a Quentin Tarantino movie because I know Quentin Tarantino, it's his fucking vision, right? I buy a Hideo game because it's Hideo's fucking vision. What's happened, though, is that a lot of these corporations like Ubisoft have been captured by whoever, and these companies come in like this Sweet Baby and basically bully them into submission.
And they do it in the open and get
them.
pat on the back. Play her GDC clip at the Game Developers Conference. This co-founder basically said, hey, if you need to convince your bosses that they need to consult with us. You have to pay me, and if they don't listen, threaten them. Tell them the mob is coming for them. Play this clip from this YouTuber.
Like Michelle said, this is at the Game Developer Conference. Game Developer Conference. There's a setup here from a YouTuber, Michelle. I'm sorry, his name. He's a cool guy. What's his name?
The co-founder, Sweet
Young
Baby,
Rippa.
and this is during this Game Developers Conference. Now,
if you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Now, listen. So she's basically saying circumvent the creatives, go to the marketing team, okay? And tell them that you're going to have a PR.
Tell them they have to hire me. Tell them they have to hire me and pay my company to consult. Otherwise, the mob's coming from you.
Right. But again, she's saying circumvent the creatives, the smart ones, the ones with ideas. Go to the marketing PR people who are scared to death of whatever happens
and aren't
to them.
Gamers probably either.
Right. Exactly.
The marketing team.
And
it's
then
some 20
they
year old girl right out of college and doesn't know whatever, and she's scared because you just threatened her because you told her the mob's going to come for you because this game is racist and sexist. Because she's saying this out at the Game Developers Conference in public, basically saying extort people. Like it's sick and twisted. It's all coming out right now. I mean, it's been talked about, but now some of the bigger outlets are picking it up.
I'd like to review some of the games. Again, I really wasn't aware of this company, but this curated list.
They were involved with Starfield. They're involved with Fable. That's why Bitch Ugly.
Well, I think this really came out because of the Suicide Squad game, right?
Yes. Yep, because they were involved with that.
So basically, a lot of Mac games. They've been behind.
Yeah, but I mean,
Gotham Knights, Sable, NeoCab. That was one of yours, Matt, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got that.
You do?
Let's take a look at this woman, though. So honestly, this woman is supposed to be basically a sensitivity trainer and basically like trying to interject.
Gross.
But take a look at some of these tweets from the company, though. I get grossed out when I see straight white people kiss, but even I think these two are cute. I had a nightmare. I was a white male gamer. I thought about trying this again with a photo of white people, but ripped open, but folks. So it's just a lot of weird stuff. Pay me to shoot down your white male game leads. And then the abort all Jews, which is calling people Zionists. These people are Marxist weirdos. And these are who we're going to work on video games. And they're saying this stuff out in the open.
But this
is
why
saying,
you need
go
to
extort
support
your boss and tell them that the mob is coming from them if they don't make fucking, I don't know, someone ugly in a game.
This is why we've got like big head, forehead people and Spider-Man and shit. And
this
Mary
is why we
Jane
had Vitiligo
looks
and Diablo,
like she's been beat up.
People with vitiligo in real life don't give a shit. Okay, but this bitch basically created a problem so you could pay her to fix it. Okay, it's all fake. It's not genuine.
What?
I don't like her assumption that the creatives aren't already responsible or don't know their material well enough. And I don't like the assumption that she says, yeah, like you said, John, skip the creatives. They don't know what they're doing. Hire me. I know better than people who
go to the PR go to the PR team or marketing team. When she says marketing, she basically means
I think
PR.
that's what angers me most about this. Just
she's
the assumption that I know best.
She's saying, listen, the creatives are going to be a bunch of
She literally said terrify them. She told people to go terrify the marketing team into hiring her. Like, I mean, she's flat out telling you what she's doing.
And then she wants to come in. And then she...
So people are like, enough of this shit. Like, let's pull up some of your old tweets. Let's talk about this. So this would never be able to go on for an act. Well, they tried to shut down the Steam group. They tried to go after personally this guy who started, which is just some kid in Brazil or guy in Brazil. They tried to get his Steam account banned.
It was horrible. Actually, one of the this guy, you know, it's kind of like a little trolly what they're doing with the Steam group. And it's fine.
I don't think so. They've been deleting anything that's inappropriate as they're getting to it. They've been trying to say this is just for us to be aware of this.
The spirit of it is very whatever.
No, it's not. Like, why am I supporting your game when you're supporting racists?
I know, but Michelle, I'm kind of saying it's like
all Jewish babies, and I'm gonna go say this is like this woman is like working for the mob.
Right.
We need this shit out of here. It needs to be out in the open. So good on the Steam group. It's not trolly at all. Like, it's fucking legit. Good on the Steam group.
I'm trying to find a word. It's the spirit of PC gaming and Steam, I think. It kind of just lines up with that, okay? So they're not going to take the bullshit. And so they're all... But the thing is, what I didn't like is that they were accusing the guy that started the Steam group of being like some white nationalist, and he's like some guy from Brazil. You know, they're just like jumping to these conclusions.
Because that's all they have. If they can't,
right?
They have to call you racist and sexist but when they are themselves, she has all these tweets shitting on men. She has all these tweets shitting on white people. They have tweets shitting on Jewish people, saying abort them. Like, these are the actual racist and sexist people. And these are the people we're going to consult on our games. The fact that she has the balls to go and say, hey, hire me and terrify your boss until they do. Could a white man say that? Could a white man get up on at the stage and say that? Could a black man even? No, this bitch can do it because she's a black woman and nobody wants to say shit. Well, now we're saying shit because you're scum and you should go away and join the fucking group and shut this shit down. End of story.
There you go, Deborah. What's her name?
It's all right, Debbie.
I don't know.
All right, Debbie.
But
whose skin is lighter than mine.
My whole point is, though, is that the things we've been observing in the industry has been happening with companies like this, and now it kind of has a face. At least for me,
and the face is out there, and they're saying this shit in public.
It's because it's very suspect. Even like Spider-Man 2, Matt, which I think they were involved in. I'm pretty sure they are.
They're involved in any ugly woman in any game.
Any game with like just
any
like some
game with
weird
a shaven haircut.
Mary Jane was ugly, though. I think that's a dumb argument. She wasn't ugly.
They butched her up over.
It's always dead.
They didn't.
It's dead.
Yeah, they did. They completely butched her up.
No, she was cute. She just looked different.
Yeah,
I hate that.
ugly. They moved some slider and said made her forehead bigger, right? But I've been saying this forever. Video games are escape, okay? I don't need someone that looks like me. I want someone that looks cooler than me, right?
I don't need to fuck every woman I see in a video game either. So they can look normal, and I'm not going to get angry about it.
But I think superheroes should at least look cool, right?
Again, to me, it's all about the art and the vision, okay? I buy a Paul McCartney album because Paul McCartney fucking made it. Like, why is that spirit like being eroded by this bullshit, right? Because there's probably
I'm totally in agreement
because people are scared of being called the R word or the S word.
But why does it have
terrified,
to? Why does everything have to appeal to everybody?
It doesn't, because people are bending to people like this, and people don't want to bend anymore.
That doesn't make sense to me at all. Okay. We're destroying art on every fucking level, okay?
No, she decides what art is. Just like Anita Sarkeesian did, and she told, hey, CD Projekt
Hollywood.
Red, sounds like you need to hire me, or they're going to come for you. That's what her tweet says.
Michelle,
you better hire me to consult, or they're going to come for you. The whole internet is going to drag you down.
On every
they're threatening with cancel
entertainment
culture.
Right now.
That's what they do. They're fucking bullies. These are bullies.
And that's why
that's what they are.
Someone like Quentin Tarantino is one of the last people that can do what the fuck he wants, and
he's also making his last movie because I think he's done with it.
Every's getting out of it. It's just not worth it. You're going to deal with these people.
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
killing art. That's the problem.
It's not Gamergate 2.0. People are saying it's going to happen. I think it's going to blow over. News cycle goes too fast. They'll probably get the group shut down eventually. Maybe, but look, now from this point on, people are going to wonder if they see that Sweet Baby Ink stamp. What does that really mean? Are companies going to want to work with you after these tweets have been exposed? After what you said at the conference has really been exposed? Like, gamers are probably going to leave bad reviews for your games now because we just don't want to. We don't want people gatekeeping video games. I bet this woman isn't even a gamer. No. They even said, like, one of the people at the company was like, gamers tried to get me shut down. Like, you aren't a gamer. What are you even doing? Like, these people aren't gamers.
I do agree with both of you that, like, if someone's vision is being toyed with or tweaked because of someone went right to marketing, I don't like that. I don't like knowing that.
It's like okay, like remember Battlefield? There was all that pushback. They're making a World War II game and they're injecting all this diversity, and everyone is like doing acrobats to prove, oh no, there was women snipers in World War II. Like that's the kind of like mental gymnastics that's going on, right? Mm-hmm. Like. And
oh no, they change a lot more than that. They're changing
I know,
everything.
but that's kind of like was the start of this. But like what I've always said, if I want some fucking brunette in latex in my game, and that's it, that's the character and boobs are hanging out.
No, that's very toxic.
That's my vision, though.
Toxic.
Then don't play it.
Vision. You got to hire Sweet Baby, and if you don't, you better terrify them and say the internet's coming for you.
I gotta agree with you, John. That's your prerogative to play those games and your prerogative to make it. And if it doesn't sell, the market will dictate that.
Exactly. Let the market dictate it. That's the best way to put it.
A mob shouldn't come because I don't have a wheelchair character.
And these people are already in the companies themselves, and there's many other. Sweet Baby is just one of many of these consults that go on like at regular in corporate and tech. Like this is everywhere. It's not just video games. It's movies. It's everywhere. It's in corporate America. So like it's just kind of like a little piece of what's really going on. So if you do join the group, obviously be respectful, but it's just kind of show your support for the fact that like this shit shouldn't be allowed. Like double standards all around from these people.
Well, the only
they don't
way
have good
this is
intentions. They just want your money. They just want your money. That's why they're saying,
honestly,
"Hey, tell your boss to hire me, or terrify them." Who says that? You know what? Everybody out there right now, you better tell your friends to listen to VGO or terrify the shit out of them. You tell them John's going to show up at their door with a meat cleaver. I mean, that's what she's saying.
No, Michelle, I need that in my kitchen.
Well, you might make them some steak.
He's not going to waste a good meat cleaver.
All right, Matt will go to your house and he will flip out. Everybody listening right now, if you don't get 5 friends to listen to VGO, Matt's going to show up and Hulk the shit out of you. Terrify them. Tell them that the internet's going to come for them. I mean, that's what this woman is saying. She wants you to pay her. And she said, terrify your boss so they'll pay me. Like she's telling you what she looks like.
Terrorists.
Come on. Terrorists. They're taking everything. Old Cranky wants black Nazis. I mean, they're probably, we could make that happen. Maybe Sweet Baby.
Google AI will give you that.
Google AI.
That's fine.
Anyway, moving on.
We can arrange that
song.
What?
Black
yeah,
Nazi,
that's Kanye West. Yeah, Kanye West will make a song about that. He's got some lyrics ready. Apparently, so did the people that work at Sweet Baby. They've got a few lyrics. I believe they tweeted some things about that. So yeah. Anyway, that's that shit going on. Follow me on Steam, Coastal Michelle. You can join the group off me if you want. Tell them VGO sent you when you join the group. What else is going on in the news, John? Big exciting stuff. Anything you want to? That's fun.
Dune was great, by the way.
I've
Dune
got
2.
some more.
I saw that.
Oh yeah,
So
I got to see it still.
So good.
John says he doesn't like Dune. It's gay. It's got a taint and all that stuff. I don't know what he was saying.
All right.
No, what I told Michelle is because I when I was young, the 80s
You know what,
Dune
John?
movie
Let's put
was
that
Sting.
subs podcast at the end of this episode as a preview because you talked about it.
Yeah.
So we do a subs podcast in Discord every week for supporters. We'll throw it at the end of this episode. It's like 5-10 minutes long.
Yeah.
But here's some more bad news. Warner Brothers says there's a volatile AAA console market and they want to lean into free to play and mobile. So basically, because Suicide Squad was shit, even though that was a live service game and like Hogwarts did really well and it wasn't, they basically said that it was too much of a risk. And so the next Harry Potter game is going to be a live service game.
No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Warner Brothers sees the future strategy to involve more live service, mobile, and free-to-play games rather than just launching one-and-done console games. How we develop a game all around, for example, like Hogwarts Legacy and Harry Potter, are going to be live service where people can live in the world. So that's...
Now, hang on a second. MMO-ish? Live in the world?
No, I want single player, not MMO, where we all have our classes and groups.
R.I.P. Hogwarts, I agree,
mounts
Crafty. It's done because
Thank
of
God,
Suicide
Call of Duty,
Squad
come
bombing.
back to number one.
Suicide Squad was probably ended up making them more money than Hogwarts because it was cheaper to make or something. Like, what is I don't know where they got this conclusion. Right? Live service Suicide Squad bombs. Yeah, Hogwarts broke records, but they're not going to do another game like that.
Hogwarts was the
anymore.
#1 selling game last year, so
yes, but but is it too much of a risk to make a game for 7 years again, Hogwarts 2, and have it bomb? They'd rather just live service it. I don't know. It's a very weird.
There's gonna be a crash soon, right? There's a video game crash happening soon.
There's a video game
reset
shift.
All this stuff.
The shift is into live service, free to play.
Well,
but that's going to crash. Like that's going to burn people out so much.
You're going to have very few titles that
service.
rise to the top with that, and you're going to have like just a minefield of bodies.
Graveyard.
Yeah,
just
a graveyard of bodies.
Games.
And then I really think that these small team indie developer games are kind of where we're going, right? Yeah. And Helldivers, and I said this the minute I played it, I could tell it was not influenced by like this bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is. The lead guy basically is a loser.
Helldivers?
Yeah, the lead Helldivers guy said PvP is toxic. And then he also said, when somebody said, hey,
I don't know.
Somebody tweeted, it was like, this is a way better game than Halo. And he's like, can we please stop? We need more compassion and unity in the world.
Why
No,
not?
it's not. They're talking about video games. You don't have to
You don't have to be angry all the time when you talk
get
about
off
video
your
games.
soapbox. You can be angry about a video game and say, hey, this is better than Halo without a lecture about union in the world. The guy's a pussy, just like everybody else.
Yeah, so he
Probably
gave
has
his
a fucking
opinion, and the
vagina.
developer gave his opinion.
He wasn't a developer, just a
All
listener
right.
making a passing. I mean, a gamer making a passing comment about, "Hey, this game's better than Halo," and he had to lecture them about unity and world peace. We need
it
more.
was a tweet.
Yeah, exactly. So get off your soapbox and
Well,
laugh
what
a
I
little.
felt, and I believe is still true, is that this game had like PS3 era vibes, and based on when they started it, it's true. So
It's an old
that's
engine. But I don't want to
Well,
be
they
lectured
started
by a
it back
developer about
then.
how we need world peace just because I said I liked Halo better than Halo. Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
video games are the place to shit talk. Like, it's not that serious. Do you want to talk about the Nintendo thing?
If you want, I mean, it doesn't. I don't really care about it, but the Yuzu. We were talking about the emulator, the Switch emulator, and Nintendo went after them, and they basically closed shop.
Yeah, well, it's already up. It's everywhere. I mean, people have it. It's
Sure. I mean,
it's public on GitHub. You probably still have it. I use Ryu anyway, but like people are pissed off at Nintendo basically because they also shut down Citro, which was the only way to play like old Nintendo DS games that they don't even sell or whatever. And so I don't know. It wasn't like a good move for the community again because a lot of these people are huge Nintendo fans that like want a way to play games from the past. So yeah, but once something's on the internet, you can't really get rid of it. And it's already popped up in many other places, and there's others. So it's just sort of a thing of it's upsetting a lot of people. For me, it's whatever.
Well, I think the mistake they made was probably monetizing it with a Patreon or whatever.
Yeah, they were making at least $30,000 a month off that.
Yeah,
well,
so
with
at some point they as a
so-
company have to react, though, don't they? Like they have to be like, we can't let this fly.
You have to protect your trademark and IP, otherwise you could lose.
Someone's
Right, but it's
making money
legal
off
to make
of it.
a
That's
backup of your copy and play it. They're saying it was too easy to pirate with it. That's what they said. It was too easy to. So, yeah, they shut it down, but it's still everywhere if you want to find it. There's others, but you know, Nintendo has this sort of outlook, right? They're going to keep doing this. People are saying, when are they coming after the Pal World?
They've
people?
always done this.
Yeah. I don't
Like
know.
even like people that were posting like YouTube videos of gameplay of their games, like Let's Play
that
videos.
was ridiculous. Are people trying to do like innocent Smash Brothers tournaments?
Yeah.
You
that
know,
was an overreach, though. I hope they learned from that because that was dumb.
I don't
Well,
think they
I mean,
have.
it's like
I don't
it's
think
like they don't
have.
understand where the world's going, and they're trying
No.
to slow it down, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with the YouTube like Let's Play videos. Like they were basically getting a percentage of those
Yeah, if
creators.
you review a game, like a
It's a
Nintendo
free
game, they have to
commercial for
pay
you dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free advertising.
But we wouldn't allow any other company to get away with that and be like, well, they got to protect their IP. Like if Xbox did that, forget it. You guys would be up in arms with a pitchfork up Phil's butt right now.
Right.
Going, you know, so it's like we kind of expect it. We allow them to get away with it, but whatever. That's a whole big other story that's going on.
All right, so Sony's dead. They dropped $10 billion. Michelle, what happened? What?
What are you talking about?
Sony's dead.
They're not dead.
Sony
They're
is
going to be
just
making
it's
more money than
rising
ever.
from
They're
the
going to be
ashes.
putting games on PC, John. They're going to be making a lot of
They have
money.
the biggest game in the world right now.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2, man.
In
Sony's
the
gonna be
world.
fine.
How dare you? That's a little.
It's pretty big.
I mean, I had more
no,
fun
it's
playing
not.
that than
Worlds.
Call of Duty, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Helldivers. I don't like COD, so.
Well, that's
John,
your
what
problem.
first-party Xbox games are great? Hey, let's play the voicemail and get out of here. I think we still have two more, right?
520 Feel VGO Tiger.
VGO fam, what's up, peeps? I got a bone to pick with Phil.
Oh,
He buys up all these gaming companies, builds all these shit games, starts pumping them out on Game Pass. Where's all the good games? This is insane. There's
Oh my
literally
God.
nothing to play on the Xbox right now. I'm talking about buying a PlayStation 5 and switching over. I just can't get behind those side-by-side analog sticks. I might have to get a custom controller to fit my Xbox likes. This is crazy, though.
I agree
More
with you on the
games,
controller.
better games on Xbox. Maybe more games is the problem. Maybe we need less. Phil did not do it again.
What?
Stop saying that.
Phil's dropping the ball, he says.
See?
John, what do you say to that?
The Xbox people are turning on.
Where are these games? Where are these games that Phil is promising? All these acquisitions, all these big moves. Where's the reason to buy an Xbox console?
What's that? Where are setup? Our listeners have spoken. Where are the big Xbox games?
Over to you, John. We need to know what
Phil did it again. He did it again. He did it again. Phil.
Well,
I remember this song being such a fever dream. What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, we got MLB The Show, giant big Game Pass release coming up
John,
soon.
wait a
John's just
minute.
gonna
You told
completely
me,
ignore
quote, this is a John quote. You said, I care about this game less now that it's on Game Pass. You said that.
Let's go to the tape.
You misinterpreted what I said.
No, you said it. You cared about it more when it was a Sony exclusive.
That
you
is
said you care about it less now that it's on Game Pass.
Big
Fucking
release.
busted. You are opposing. Okay, where did you?
Big release.
Yeah, big release. All right. Mm-hmm. What else?
All right, so we got Pal World. How about that?
I'm playing on Steam. I had to buy it because your version's blue.
My version.
Yeah, Phil.
Phil's version.
Phil's
we got
version.
Hi-Fi Rush, which is finally coming to Sony.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
hate
big
that game,
one.
and so do you.
Matt loved Cocoon.
I dug it as a Game Pass
Didn't
game.
you play on
Yeah.
Steam? Oh, yeah. Okay, no, you played on Game Pass.
Remnant
yeah.
2,
Right, yeah.
that's a
It's
monster
an old
title.
One of my
game, though.
PlayStation.
Like, I like Remnant 2, but it's
What?
not an Xbox first-party title, John. I'm talking about
Football
Xbox
Manager
first-party.
2024. A lot of kids are talking about
John.
that.
Okay.
What?
That's true. That was a huge hit.
Yeah. Do you have faith in
still
the
so many
Xbox
TikTok
first-party
videos.
titles? Do you think Indiana Jones game's going to be good? Do you think Fable's going to be good?
Well, here's the dilemma with me. So, like, Indiana Jones,
Among
Raiders of the
other
Lost
things.
Ark, I think I've said it many times. My favorite movie of all time. That trailer just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be good.
I know. That's my
don't.
concern. That's all.
It's just, and, Starfield, I bet you there's people that play a lot of that and still play it. I think, Matt, if you got a hold of that game, you would be jizzing every day.
I think I'm over it, but yeah, unless they make some major changes to it or an expansion.
That's a Matt game, 100%.
It's
and
only
that's a
playable with a bunch of mods to fix the UI and fix all the problems. The load screens, 10 load screens to get on a fucking airplane or spaceship, rather, and go somewhere.
But no, like the first party licenses that I cared about.
Oh, no.
I guess-
Sweet Baby Inc. worked on the Indiana Jones game. Great.
Shut
Well, there
up.
goes that one.
Is that true?
There goes that one. Thanks to the tip, Tiger.
Oh my God, this is a
done.
disease.
They're a disease.
Indiana. It's a new girl, Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana,
She's gonna
yep.
take over.
And she has
Indiana.
no
That's
arms.
a good one.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Oh,
I think
no.
we're done. Let's get the hell out of here.
she's got asthma.
Videogameoutsiders.com.
1 second.
Join
Use
our
your asthma inhaler.
Discord.
Press on.
Enter to win last epoch.
That's a great idea. We need an asthma
Oh,
button.
yeah. Asthma game.
An inhaler button.
Yeah. Indiana
Indiana Jones and the Lost Inhaler.
Yes, I love it.
Never say die, but it's spelled like DYE for hair.
Yeah, because of course she's going to have blue.
Indiana Jones and the Lost Inhaler. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Great. Sweet Baby approved. They're going to make a couple of racist tweets about it. It'll be fine. So head to videogameoutsiders.com, join our Discord. You can support us in there, get podcasts. You can also enter to win the last Epoch giveaway, a good ARPG. And we will be back very soon. Thank you for listening. I think we're done.
Bye. All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Hey, what's up?
All right, we're going to put one of our subs podcasts now at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Because we, in Discord, if you support us, we do a weekly, 10-minute podcast in there.
Every
and you
Monday.
also share photos and stuff. So we're going to just include that here. So if you're listening and you just hear us talking about random shit, it's because it's our little mini Discord podcast. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And I had an appraiser come today
Yeah, what do you say?
and look at my car. I posted photos of the tree damage. So,
Oh, good.
well, you know what he did is I think he snuck some stuff in there that was kind of already damaged. So,
Wow. Wait a minute. All right.
I don't know. I had a little crack in my rear tail light.
No, take care of that. No big deal. You can't prove the tree didn't do it.
I know.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. Go
I didn't
listen
say
to
a
the
fucking word.
podcast.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like...
Update.
But I said to the guy, I'm like, listen, dude, I love this car so much. I need to get it fixed. And that's true. So anyway, all right. Whatever.
Enjoy.
Okay, this is our subs. Bye.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
So just so there's no cliffhanger out there.
All right. Things aren't good.
Things aren't good. The poop in the box,
You're safe?
negative.
And also in our Discord, you posted a bunch of pictures and subs of your broken windshield on your car. What happened
Back
there?
window.
Okay.
I've been talking about these trees for how long? I did an
Many years.
entire podcast
On trees.
outside in a storm where I peed
Right. I remember.
when a tree went through my neighbor's house in a horrible storm.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like a big windstorm. I guess late last week. Yeah, and I had a tree limb fall through the back of my car.
Oh, my God.
And
At least nobody was hurt.
Yeah, it took out the back window and put a big dent in my trunk. But the worst part, and I knew this was going to be the worst part, I'm going to lose my car for like up to 3 weeks.
Don't they have to give you a rental?
I don't have that coverage on my insurance, apparently. So
Okay.
I can
Sometimes
make do,
the dealer
though.
itself, though, like...
Well, the body shop offered it. I said, I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I can manage. But so, if not, I'll rent something. But
Yeah.
but we have 2 cars. It's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, that sucks.
It does suck. It does. So tomorrow...
Not good. Yes.
Tomorrow things are going to be good. We have a Final Fantasy Rebirth review from Matt. And
Yeah.
did you watch any, probably not, of the Dune Awakening Direct that just
No.
happened? So I know you probably don't care. So Dune 2, or Part 2, I'll probably see in the theater.
Yeah. Oh.
Part 1 is very good. Now, there's a couple of games coming out, or some have just come out, but there's another one coming, Dune Awakening. It's like an MMO survival craft mix, and I'm watching a little bit of the direct here. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if you'd play something
Does
like
this universe have legs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the universe has been around forever. I mean, it's one of the most popular books ever created.
I know, but you got to
And
understand that I
universes.
have Dune taint
Why, though?
because the 80s, it was like
Yeah.
a weird fake Star Wars.
Okay.
And like I had a friend who had the toys, and I was like, "This is dumb."
Everybody I know who read it was like, it's amazing. So
I know, but I'm
ended up-
just thinking of the movie in the
I ended up-
80s.
Well, my knowledge of it is from the audiobook that I listened to, which you can
Yeah.
get on Audible. It was really, really well done, voice acted by all these different people, and it really got me into the story. And of course, the movie, part
Right.
1 was really good. Part 2 looks like it's going to be great. So I may end up seeing that tonight. I don't know. But the Dune MMO from Funcom, I think, could be pretty cool. I mean, I don't love the world of like all the sand and the dudes. Like, it's not pretty necessarily,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. But I'm sure there'll be varied parts of it. But it's a very gritty world, as it should be. So it looks more like, I don't know, Conan Exiles. Is it Conan
Exiles?
Maybe, yeah, a little bit more like that, like sandy and kind of barbaric, but. Look, it's an MMO. It's a survival craft. It's a cool world. I mean, the thing is, there's these helicopters, John. That's what I
I
get,
know.
like those little,
like droney kind of.
yeah. And I think if you're going to be flying them in the game, that could be a different
I should give that
take.
new movie a chance. Have you watched the first one, the original one from the 80s with Sting and all that?
No, I don't think I've seen that in ages. I think it was something like my dad had on when I was a kid. He always
Yeah.
liked sci-fi stuff. There'd be weird stuff on the TV. When I was a kid, I didn't like sci-fi. I didn't like the look of aliens. I didn't have like a tolerance for it at all. So I kind of tuned out. I never saw that. Maybe I'll watch it, but
Yeah.
I watched the new movie, and of course, part 1 and 2, totally different beast. But so also in other news, I set up a Dragon's Dogma 2 channel in Discord because the game's coming out in a couple weeks, and I linked some coupons. Green Man Gaming has it for cheaper than Steam right now. You can get it for like $15 off. You can get like the deluxe version for cheaper than the base version on Steam. So I've been kind of getting hyped for that this month. I don't know if you're going to play. I'm assuming Matt should, but
Yeah, I might.
we'll see what happens there.
Tell me about it. Tell me why I should play. Sell it.
Okay. I mean, sell it. Do you like? Okay, so do you like Diablo, right? You like people are saying it feels like an over the shoulder, right? But you don't like the view, right? You always complain about like the little people.
Yes.
And,
that was my initial complaint with Diablo was everything was too small.
So I'm trying to sell you, not that I necessarily believe this is true. Okay, so imagine that style of gameplay, but in an open world with an over the shoulder view.
Right.
With classes. And so it's like Elden Ring, but like not as hard and more story driven. And, it's an epic kind of adventure. I mean, and fooling around with your class. There's going to be builds and, I don't know. This is my kind of game. This is my bread and butter. You get me some talent trees. You get me some classes. You get me a good story that I can be a part of. A beautiful open
the
world.
Screenshots, it definitely looks neat,
Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are your favorite games are just a little bit different than mine generally. I mean, I like platformers and you like just shooters, but like for me, I'm an RPG person and it's an RPG.
Right.
Through and through. So I think I'm excited to check that out as well. So that's in our Discord now. We have an archives area we started. Crafty had a good idea. Like if a channel gets killed, like Helldivers might soon, then it'll go there so it doesn't get deleted. I do think they're done with it. They're like, there's not enough missions. It's kind of like repetitive, right? Where are the legs on it? So what do you think?
But people always talk about like this group effort that's going on in the game to secure whatever the worlds, the points. Like, I didn't get the sense that we cared about that when we were doing it. Did you?
No, they could do a better job at incorporating that into the game. Or, like, that's what I said. Like, you need to get more people at once in there, like a bunch of teams together, a big fight. And that's why that Starship Troopers game I played was cool, because there were, like, I think at least triple the amount of people in there at once. But where's, like, the mass, like, 100 people, battlefield style?
But people are making it sound like that's actually happening. I keep seeing, like, headlines.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're doing some kind of mode or they're paying attention to on that map when you go into missions, like, oh, we're winning. No, we're winning. But they need to get more people down in there fighting against all this stuff together. It doesn't feel like there's enough people to me. It's very, Swedish engine from 2018, John. I mean, obscure. They didn't know. I think if they were to redo it now, it would probably allow more people on the map or big maps of 60 people or something like that. Like, you want to feel like, even if it's just PvE, you want to feel like you're in there in a war, and it's just
see the other people. Like, you can't kill them, but they're just there on the map doing stuff.
Maybe friendly fire isn't on for all the people, but I would personally love to see some PvP. But if they're not going to do that, I still want to see more people down in the map. To me, like, it's too repetitive. Like, I think it's cool. I'm so glad we played. I had a lot of fun, but I don't think there's like longevity for me because I feel like it's just there's not enough there.
But what if they, because we always criticize like PUBG not reacting fast enough. So what if they do react fast enough? Because obviously they're getting a big cash injection, and I think they hired a bunch of people to do like the netcode and stuff. And like, what if they did start adding all these like
then
events?
They could ride the wave because people are still interested right now, but they have to act fast. I mean, because in the cycle we're in, there's a new game like Pal World, and then Helldivers, and every week there's something new.
Is Pal World dead?
I mean, is
that topic over?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, there's millions of people still playing. They haven't even added the end boss yet. So you have to remember when that game actually comes out into full release.
It's early access, right?
Yes.
Right.
When it comes out into full release in a year or two, whatever it is, and probably goes to PlayStation at that point, right? Or Switch, everywhere, wherever it's going to go, at that point on the full release, then we'll really get more people playing. And I'm going to play again and kill the final boss because I got myself to that point. So, I mean, the idea of
top 5 games on Steam right now: Counter-Strike 2, number 1; Dota 2, number 2; Helldivers 2, number 3; Last Epoch, number 4; and PUBG, number 5.
Yeah, I mean, Last Epoch has been doing really, really well. Like I said, I already beat concurrent players of PoE. There's a lot of interest for it. We're giving away a key in the Discord, so check those pins and enter. We'll probably pick the winner next week. But, I mean, that game is surprising me how popular it is. I didn't know Last Epoch was going to hit as hard as it did.
And then finishing out the top 10 here: Apex Legends, Baldur's Gate, Call of Duty, Pal World, and number 10, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, Pal World's still there. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is still there. That's kind of crazy. So, yeah, I think...
Rainbow Six Siege, number 11, Michelle.
Yeah, the thing is, the top streamer on Twitch is a Rainbow Six Siege player. I think his name is Jinxie. He came over from TikTok. It's like some young, obnoxious kid. And now Shroud's playing it. A bunch of people are trying to ride that wave. I mean, Siege actually does have some pull still. I think they've kind of fucked with it too much, but it's still a really good tactical shooter. My favorite one of recent. So it's good to see it like doing so well still. I mean, that's like Ubisoft's one kind of hit.
Yeah, no, it's the only one.
It's like the only thing they have going on. Skull and Bones has been getting shit on. It's
the Skull and Bones. Like there was some headline about how they had like record-breaking amount of players and
sure.
Like record-breaking for who? What?
Well, record-breaking, the metric they use, I mean, they keep saying with Diablo, our most popular release ever at Blizzard. Yes, it's your first time you release console and PC simultaneously. And the power of that is actually kind of big, which is why Helldivers got more attention with the PC release simultaneously and even, other things. So the metric, you have to be careful what that really means.
So Skull and Bones had 850,000 lifetime players following its release, and I guess that broke some record.
Didn't they have a free demo? I mean, are they counting that? Like, yeah, I guess. There's a lot of gamers
Skull and
now,
Bones boasts record momentum as Season 1 launches.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Season 1. We don't need a season in every game. That's not meant for every single game. It's just stupid. But, yeah, Ubisoft is dead. What are you playing tomorrow? Anything big? Anything exciting?
Well, I played some stuff.
Okay, good. Just checking.
You know what I played.
I forgot the name of it. I didn't like the name of one of them. Pocket Card Jockey Ride-On. I just found it. I'm very curious to hear about
I want to
this.
save that. I really...
Save it. Okay, it's fine. It's a little tease.
That game...
What?
All right, we'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it. All right, well, thank you guys so much for supporting in Discord.
Hey, why
We do
are hot
appreciate
dogs
it.
so expensive?
Is this a joke?
No, it's not.
I don't know. I usually buy the all beef, no nitrates.
Yeah, that's what I bought. It's like fucking almost $10 for that fucking package.
Well, if you want quality hot dogs, they're probably more pricey. You can get like Oscar Mayer shit dog. For
Well,
like
hang on.
$3 probably.
Okay, so I bought the Applegate
Yeah,
natural uncured beef hot dog.
yeah, because you don't want.
Wow, it's a lot cheaper at Walmart. Stop and Shop sucks. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I knew we couldn't get out of a subs cast without you talking about food. Of course,
But then my wife eats the turkey dogs, the Oscar Mayer natural turkey. Mm-hmm. And that's like $8 just for that fucking thing. Like I thought hot dogs was like the shitty food that anyone can afford.
Yeah, that's
What?
when you're eating like the pig ass. Like if you're getting the all beef, expensive
The mix.
brand with
It's the chicken, pork, and beef
uncured-
mixed.
Yeah, but if you're getting like the more quality hot dogs, not that it's good by any means. If you're getting a more
No,
quality hot dogs,
I just was in the mood for it, so that's what I did.
Yeah, well, you're gonna grill. You're gonna have some fun.
No, I'm gonna probably boil them. My grill. I gotta get a new grill.
Oh, that's right. You're in a cold climate.
I am. I do need to buy a new grill though. I'll talk about this shit maybe in the John show.
Yeah, you're due for a judge. All right, guys. Thank you so much for supporting in
All right.
Discord. We do appreciate it. We will see you very soon.
Thanks, bye.